Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday indeed.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that little icon which breaks my balls in the top corner with my internet. And I don't understand why, because I'm the only person in the house. Unless the cats are surfing, the dogs are surfing the internet and screwing me up.
That's not cool.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
I think I know what happened. I think I ran over with my desk chair, and now I think I screwed up the wire on those.
I've done that. My old headset, I did the same thing. I ran over it and screwed it up.
Well, we'll check on that later. Doesn't matter as long as I can hear you, you can hear me. I can hear the rest of read the rest of the world out there.
Yeah, what's going on, people? Stefan's back in the house. What's going on, Stefan?
Hi, Stefan. And who else we got in the house here?
Stefan's here. Gene Whitcomb's here. What's up, Gene?
Hey, Gene.
And there's a couple more people because I could see it in the corner who's here. And I'm like, come on, don't be shy. We don't bite. Joe's not here, so he would bite. He might be joining via satellite on the road. But we got a jam-packed episode tonight. We got we're going to be discussing our favorite movies turning 40 in 2024. We did it with our 50th, with our movies that turned 50. We did that, I think, 2 weeks ago. So we said, you know what? There's a hell of a lot of great movies. 2 of them are right there on the screen that turned 40 this year, which is scary.
You know what's frightening is going through that. 1984 is a great year.
Yeah.
I think. Say hi, sweetheart. Okay.
Dad, you were only 3 that year.
I was only 3 that year. That's correct. Don't make Pat feel any older now.
Yeah, don't make me feel any older, please. I was 12.
He's not that old. That's right. He's not. There you go. Good call. He likes that. He appreciates that.
Oh, I definitely can use that. Yeah, so 1984, I was 12 years old.
She says that she doesn't have school tomorrow. Does Mr. Pat know why?
Yes, it's President's Day. Mr. Pat has no work tomorrow because of it.
Oh, that's how he knows. That's right. See?
Okay. I'm going to go play school.
Okay. That's why. So tonight we got a long night. Well, not a long night, but we have a lot of cool stuff we're doing here. And then immediately following this, we'll be recording the first episode of the Halloween Collectors Group podcast.
But that will be recording. We won't be live.
That'll be pre-recorded. Yep. Yeah. So apparently there's a holiday tomorrow too. Stefan threw it in there earlier. What it is? It's called something else. Hold on.
Hey, Colin, how are you, bud?
What is it called? Tomorrow is Louis Real Day. Help us out, Stefan? Who is that? Colin, what's going on? Here's the man. Yeah, so that gets off in Canada too. See, President's Day should be the day after Super Bowl. The presidents would appreciate that. It does not have to be this specific Monday. Why not make it the Monday after Super Bowl?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's who it is. Your founder. Shows you how much I know about history. Oops. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pronounced Louis.
Pronounced Louis.
De Monet. Count the money.
Hey, did you pick up that lager that you were at? Did you bring some to go?
No, I should have, like an idiot. We ran out the door and I was like, shit, I should have grabbed some. It was pretty good. You know, we were going to a different brewery and it was like an hour wait. Well, like, yeah, we're not doing that.
The hell are you going that far for?
Well, we were out. We were out and about, and then I said, you know, let's swing by the Wall and Paul Pack Brewery because we haven't been. He hadn't been there. I'd been there before, and it was absolutely fucking mobbed. So I said, you know what? I think there's another one nearby, and we found the other one. And it was good.
Oh, how about that? All right,
not bad. So I'm finishing. We could do a quick beer review because I know you had something there. I'm not having anything too spectacular, but do a quick beer review. I'm just finishing the last of. I did have a little bit left of my peanut butter stout, and then I'll be transitioning to Guinness because I think that's all I have. But Brady is having
that Lakeside Cherry. The cherry lager from Leinenkugel's.
Sounds good.
Oh, you know what? Here, I got another one for you. This isn't a barrel-aged one.
Stefan's got Old Milwaukee.
Old Milwaukee? Classic. I think you spelled it right. Yes, you did, Stefan. Good job. If Nick Push was here, he'd double check too. Look at this bad guy.
Stuff of Legend. What is that?
It's exactly what it shows. It is barrel aged stout with vanilla and cocoa flavors with Oreo cookies. Oh boy.
Are you off tomorrow too, or no? I forget. I think I asked you that.
No, I'm not off, but I'm working from home.
So you're off.
Yeah, I will be off. Yes. The missus with the kids on her own, that's suicide.
Yes. But yeah, like we have a lot going on tonight. So we do our quick beer review. Let's do some new items in our collection. I didn't get to do too much. I did get one or two things here. Let me bring them up. Hold on one second. Those that are new here, we are collectors, so we do collect horror memorabilia and as well as others. I just specifically get Halloween memorabilia, but I did pick this up, the big magnet from Trick or Treat Studios, which I did an unboxing on our watch along the other night.
It was like a 3x5 or something like that, right?
Yeah, well, look at it compared to the mask. That's how big it is.
Mm.
So it's a nice size. I picked that up. I was pleasantly surprised to find this and add this, the Japanese version of the cassette of the soundtrack from '85.
Oh, that thing's not cheap.
No, it wasn't bad from Japan. Actually, was it Japan or Taiwan? I forget what. I think it was Japan. It was like $75, which for this was one of the ones I did not have. I needed it. I'm like, I need it.
Give it to me.
And I managed to pick up a few more. I bought another set of French H2 lobby cards and picked up the ones I was missing. So these are the 4 I was missing.
Oh, how about that? That's cool.
My set. So I do have a couple of doubles, which I'll probably throw on eBay or mention it in the collectors group if anybody's interested in my doubles. But those are original French lobby cards. So that is what I got in my collection this week.
Nice. I got those posters.
Awesome. Oh.
I didn't take a picture, but I got the posters for Chiller Theater. So I got that Warriors poster, and I got that a 9 to 5 poster. So I'll put those in the frames, and we'll take those for next week.
I have the doubles are going to either go on eBay or sell them. So if you're interested in Stefan, hit me up after the fact. They're in nice shape.
Mm.
And what did Brady get here? Brady got.
I was moving last second. Oh, yes. I sent messages to Pat and Joe. I had a contact that goes to the awards and the premieres that takes big items to get signed on the streets. And there's a guy that comes from, highly recommendations. And I sent him my Sideways poster I had already signed by Virginia Madsen. And he got Paul Giamatti for me at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival, which ironically is where they shot Sideways. And it's the 20-year anniversary.
Is it 20 years already, that movie? Wow.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah, but I didn't realize it was 20 years already.
Yeah, it's probably, I wouldn't know if it's my favorite Giamatti movie. It's one of my favorite movies, though. I love it. I got into wine because of it. Oh, yeah, and that's The Gentleman getting him signed. So I don't know if that was mine right there, but yeah, pretty cool, though.
Very, very cool. And I see you bought this for Tuesday rather.
Yes, it was on sale on Amazon, the Shout Factory version. I only have a regular DVD version of it. So why not jump on it? I really enjoyed the film. Did you watch it already? You're going to get prepped.
No, I wanted to because I honestly think I've maybe watched it once or twice. I remember, but I don't remember it that well. And I was going to try to so like my review tonight is going to be based on memory, and I was going to try to maybe either later tonight or tomorrow. I'll try to sneak it in before Tuesday night because it's been a minute since it came out, and that was what 94.
94.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's 30 years old. Jesus.
Tell me about it, man. Jesus, every day just reminds me how old I'm getting. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's some stuff, and you're throwing out a lot. You're an animal.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. That wasn't even on my list. I forgot about Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I was just I wrote down like my main ones, but I could have kept on going.
Yeah. So what we did was 2 weeks ago, because there's a lot of big movies this year with some big anniversaries. So we did so if you haven't watched our episode on favorite movies turning 50, go check that out. So we said, you know what? Why don't we do our favorite movies turning 40 because there's some biggies. And throw some in the chat. We'll go over some. Maybe talk about I'm sure most of the movies that we're going to talk about, since Brett was so young, I'm sure he didn't see in the theater, unlike the ones I
No.
did see in the theater. I did not see Nightmare on Elm Street. I told the story about watching it for the first time. We did rent it at my cousin's house, so I did not see that in the theater. But Ghostbusters, I did see in the theater when it came out. But yeah, there's some. So aside from some of our favorites, like Nightmare on Elm Street and Ghostbusters, and of course Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, the first two I think for me that always come to mind are Ghostbusters and Beverly Hills Cop. Those are the two that I don't know that stick to me. Just watching the most as a kid and becoming some of my favorites.
So I'm looking at the ones that because there's a lot I wrote here, but some of the ones that really stick out for me. I'll read the ones that I have on my list that I saw in the theater.
Okay.
I saw Ghostbusters in the theater. I saw Gremlins in the theater. Let me see what other ones I saw. I saw Beverly Hills Cop in the theater. Let me see. Friday the 13th, the final chapter I saw in the theater. The Terminator I saw in the theater. So those are the ones I had on my list. I remember seeing in the theater.
Well, the thing with the final chapters, that's my favorite Friday the 13th film of the series. So that was a big one on the list. You know what I got on here, Pat, though? This is probably one of the first movies I saw that wasn't a children's movie, so to speak, is Romancing the Stone.
Yeah, I had that on this list.
Mom, favorite movie. Yeah.
My mother loved that movie too. It must have been like, I don't know. I don't remember seeing. No, I think I saw it on cable. I don't remember seeing it in the theater.
Did you see Temple of Doom? Did you have that on your list? Did you just say that?
I have it on the list, but I didn't see it in the theater.
Okay.
I remember seeing it when it came on HBO. For some reason, I forget why, because I saw Raiders in the theater. I don't remember why I didn't make it to see Temple of Doom, but I know I didn't see it in the theater. I remember seeing it on cable.
I think after Beverly Hills Cop and Ghostbusters, yeah, you said Gremlins. That's probably the next one on significant ones for me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey Ryan.
Hey Ryan.
Out of Surviving the Game, yeah.
How about the Karate Kid, Pat? Isn't that something that was 1984?
I have the Karate Kid on here. I did not see that in the theater. I have vivid memories of a lot of these because you remember 84 was only a couple years after we had cable, only a couple years more after we got our VCR. That might have been around the time that we got our second VCR. So I discovered the world of dubbing. So I can make my own copies when I went to the video store. That's how I got my first copy of Halloween because I went to the video store and made a copy so I can keep my own copy at home.
Did I tell you what we had? We went through 3 versions of it. We had a Go Video. Do you ever remember those?
Go Video. It sounds familiar.
The dual deck VCR, 2-in-1. One's to record.
Oh yeah, the one. No, we didn't have. I know what you're talking about. No, we didn't have that. We had a JVC, and we had a Quasar. Was our first one. Then we bought a JVC. Was the second one, and it had 4 heads because that was the big thing.
4 heads, yeah, because the 2 heads played like shit.
Yeah, he had 4 heads. I'm like, oh, it's got 4 heads.
Then you had the top loaders. That was the first integration.
That was the Quasar. The Quasar we had was the top loader. And it had the thing where it had like, I think maybe 13 LED numbers for the channels. And when you plugged it in, it wasn't called cable ready. It was called something else. I think it was called like cable capable. So you had to sit there with a little dial and turn the little thing to tune the channels in.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Remember that? The little wheel?
Yeah, they were kind of like analog.
Yeah, you had to sit there and then you had to dial the channel in. Yes.
You remember like how there was SP for fast speed, LP for LP. Remember, I don't know if you felt this way. Like, remember at towards the end, it was just SP and EP.
Yeah, they did away with LP.
LP like died off. We're like, oh man, the 4-hour way, you gotta go.
Yeah, they just killed LP. Those bastards killed LP.
Now, and Pat can probably attest to this. The younger ones out there, if you don't know what that was, is like SP was you could get 2 hours on a tape if it was a T120 tape, 120 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, LP was you could do 4 hours, or EP was 6 hours. But the problem was if you went with the ones that were longer, like 4 or 6 hours, the quality wasn't as good. I don't know if Pat had that issue. I did.
Yeah, you had the tracking issue. You always had to play with the tracking and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we always did back then when we first got it, we always did the EP because tapes were not cheap. Blank tapes were not cheap at the time. So my dad's like, I would have like 4 movies on there because that was the only because he wasn't going to go out and buy me a dozen tapes. They weren't cheap.
My dad, he would watch for the sales for when the T160s would come out. He's like, we got to get some other ones besides the T120s.
Yeah, the GTKs.
Yeah, and then you would have the T180s briefly, but those were super damn expensive.
Yeah, they were not. Oh man, that shit was expensive as hell. Gene says, I can't believe that Nightmare. I know. Can you believe Nightmare on Ghostbusters turning 40?
Yeah.
I mean, when we did the episode of things turning 50, that was more digestible than this because 1974, I was only 2 years old. So I was like, yeah, I wasn't watching any of that shit anyway. But these I remember vividly. And I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, it's funny. 1984 was one of the middle years of the Rocky films, so that wasn't a year a Rocky movie came out.
Yeah. Has anybody heard from Lurch over the weekend?
Will not have a movie in 84?
Oh, I haven't heard from Lurch. Maybe he'll pop in the chat. No. What was that, Brett?
I'm trying to think if Stallone had a movie in 84. I'm looking it up. I'm sensing he did.
He had to have done something, but I really don't remember. I'd have to look at the dates. Exorcist Believer sucked. It wasn't. To me, I don't know what you think, Steph. It wasn't the dumpster fire we was making out. It wasn't good, but it wasn't. Believe me, I will watch Exorcist Believer on loop for 24 hours and have to go watch Skidmarink once.
You know what though? Exorcist Believer could have been worse. It's not that bad.
It could have been worse. It wasn't horrible. It's one of those movies you watch once and you say, "Yeah, I watched it."
Yeah, Pat Rhinestone. That was the year of Rhinestone with Dolly.
Oh, it was Rhinestone. God, I remember that movie. Holy shit. That was a paycheck. That's exactly.
And who directed Rhinestone, which I always forget he directed it.
Who directed Rhinestone? That wasn't wait. That wasn't Redford.
From one of your favorite movies. Directed one of your favorite movies. Think of Holidays.
Think of Holidays. Bob Clark directed that?
Can you believe Bob Clark directed that?
I did not know that.
I was not aware of that. You did your best Wayne Campbell there.
Yeah, exactly. I did not know that Bob Clark directed Rhinestone.
Isn't that wild?
No, that's really wild. I had no freaking clue. Wow.
Yeah, because Stallone directed a lot of his stuff as you were getting there.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking Redford, but he did Electric Cowboy. Or Electric Horseman or whatever that fucking movie was.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Yeah.
How long's Bob Clark been dead? Let's see here. He's been dead. 15. Oh, good.
It's been a minute.
17 years.
Right under it. I was born in 86. Thank you for making me feel old. So I'm just a little behind you guys, but I'm definitely born late because most everything I love is exactly because 70s and 80s rolled. I'm sorry. Hey, look, I was in my 20s in the 90s, and you know what I remember from the 90s? Not much. So it must have sucked.
You know,
70s and 80s, I remember everything. Oh, Repo Man, big time. One of my favorites.
You know what's weird? Like, I would say, so we'll go music and movies for me. I think the movies in the 80s are better than the movies in the 90s, but I think the music in the 90s was better than the 80s. That's just me.
Yeah, I'll disagree there just because I was a metalhead, and that was like a metalhead and hair metal.
You probably weren't the grunge. That grunge wasn't your.
I do like the grunge though. I could still remember my friend telling me you have to go listen to this band, Alice in Chains, and putting it on for the first time. I'm like, wow. And Soundgarden. No, I liked grunge. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but that was about the only thing I liked about the 90s. So everything else kind of blew.
I don't get me wrong. I like the 80s though too, but just.
But that was the 80s to me were like the 90s to you. That's why.
Well, I'll take the 70s, probably the 70s movies almost and the music over any of those other 2 decades, though.
Yeah, big time. But what other ones are on here? So of course, how can we forget? I was just when we get to what did you watch? I watched Tootsie last night, and who was in Tootsie? Commandant Lassard, Police Academy, 40 this year.
Original.
The OG turns 40. We have so many, many, many wonderful things here at the Academy.
Clint Eastwood had a real good year. He had Tightrope, which is a very underrated film.
Great
a lot of people
movie.
Don't really know about. And Sudden Impact, The Dirty Harry.
Sudden Impact is even better.
Yeah. Wasn't Footloose in 84, if I remember right?
Footloose on here. Footloose was here. The Karate Kid, Temple of Doom, Gremlins, Splash. Tom Hanks.
Speaking of music, Purple Rain, baby.
Purple Rain. And also, this is Spinal Tap turns 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
One that a lot of people don't talk about, Ralph Macchio had another good one that year in Teachers with Nick Nolte. Good film.
Great movie.
Very underrated.
Conan the Destroyer
Mm.
turns 40.
That was Arnold's 84. Well, no, Arnold had Terminator though too. Yeah.
And this one of my staples of my days of HBO. I love this movie, and I still love this movie. I think who's big fans of it? Blake and Ronnie. And I'm sure you'll get it from this.
The Revenge of the Nerds. The Days of the Dead convention in the Indies doing a big 40th anniversary of it. Yep.
Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, absolutely. Oh God, I love that film.
I like the second one too.
The second one was good. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I looked it up by box office stuff, and I had to be careful when you do that because then it's crossing over movies that were probably in 83 too, because Scarface is on here, but Scarface technically came out in 83.
Yeah, I didn't have that's why I didn't put it on here. So Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Legends. I mean, Soundgarden's one of my favorite bands of all time. I'm a big Chris Cornell fan. I was absolutely heartbroken when he took his life. Alice in Chains, big fan. Nirvana, I always liked Nirvana, but I never got. They didn't revolutionize anything. They really just basically took what the Sex Pistols and some of the punk bands in the 70s were doing and just rehashed it into the 90s. And I liked it, but I don't think it was like this groundbreaking thing that everybody else makes it out to be. Quite honestly,
there's a movie I think you like a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of it, probably because I only saw it once. It's Top Secret. Don't you like Top Secret?
Yeah, Top Secret was good. You didn't like Top Secret?
I saw it once. It was like one that just always passed me.
Yeah, it was good.
16 Candles. Did you get that one?
I was just looking at that was next time I
sorry.
Like, no more Dunga need food. No more boom boom. Yeah, that's 16 Candles, another great movie. Body Double turns 40.
Oh shit. Body Double. I missed that one.
Body Double. What a great movie. We got to do a watch along of that.
It's a very underrated Brian De Palma film.
Yes.
Well, no, this was 83. I'm thinking of Married with Children. When the one guy gave Al the movie Hot Dog the movie, and Al says, "I prefer hot dog, the hot dog."
The hot dog. Oh, I did remember. Oh, that's right. I did see this in the theater. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. That I did see in the theater.
That's after Halloween. That's my brother's second favorite movie of all time, The Search for Spock. Isn't that crazy?
Really good movie. Not a big Star Trek guy, but I like the original Star Trek. All the other incarnations I never cared for, but the first few Star Trek movies were good. Colin,
yeah, he likes that one for whatever reason. Well, everybody's got their tastes, I guess.
Yeah, Colin, you're right about around my age too, so I don't get it. The 90s, I don't know. I know I got married in 96, 99 rather, but other than that, 90s were a blur. It must have been too much partying. Yeah, John Hughes. What a shame that he's gone.
Here's an underrated movie that didn't do well, but it's popular, and I love it. Is Night of the Comet. That was 1984.
I love Night of the Comet. Yeah, let me bring something up here. I know I did some.
Supergirl was 1984.
Oh, I love Supergirl. Helen Slater was so cute.
And she's gonna be at Chiller Theater, right?
Oh, she's right. She's gonna. I want to see what. Got to see what she looks like.
And what was John Carpenter doing in 1984? Do you remember that one?
In 1984.
Underrated film.
Was that Starman?
A little bit out of his territory. The only one that was up for Academy Award that he did.
Was that Starman?
Yeah, Starman.
In 84?
Whoa, The Big Chill's 84? Maybe that fell into 83. Let's see that here. Because that had a big cast, right?
Oh, yeah, The Big Chill was big. That was a big soundtrack, too.
It was 83.
A lot of oldies.
Yeah,
see any of these on here that Once Upon a Time in America. Forgot about that.
Long movie. Saw it once. Should probably watch it again.
Too much OJ in the 90s. Oh, God. Yeah, towards the end of the decade, especially.
You know what's funny about that?
I love Alice in Chains.
The TED TV show that's on Peacock. So, the Mark Wahlberg character takes place when he's in high school, his character. And he's finally, he goes to the junior prom. He's finally going to, pop his cherry. And he's at the girl's house and everything in bed. And they're about ready to get started and everything. And the girl starts freaking out because on the TV, the OJ chase is happening on the highway.
Oh, God.
Oh, I watched this. I loved OJ and Naked Gun. That's what she says.
I was in I was out with my wife. We were at this local bar that we used to go to in the town that I grew up in when we lived in our first apartment, and we were in the bar, and everybody's like, "What? Like, what's the big commotion?" Everybody's like, "Look at the screen! Look at the screen!" And so we were sitting in a bar watching the OJ chase live at a bar. I'll never forget that.
I had just got out of that was the day that Wolf with Jack Nicholson came out, and I went to go see it in the theater. It was all going on then. Oh, you know which movie I'm not a fan of, but it's a lot of people love it, and the remakes had just come out. Dune was 1984.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, the Woman in Red. I love the Woman in Red.
Ooh, Woman in Red, Gene Wilder,
Yeah.
baby. Hey, Missing in Action, the first Chuck Norris movie of his series. There, Missing in Action.
The Killing Fields.
Killing Field's a good film. It's hard to watch, but
Let's see.
God, was this the third Clint Eastwood movie? Hold on here. City Heat, that movie we did with Burt Reynolds was 84.
Oh, I remember watching this on cable. Bolero with Bo Derek. She's naked in it.
Oh, yeah.
Her body. Whew. That turns 40. Damn.
You know what's in 1984 too, which is probably one of my favorites of the series, is The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Muppets Take Manhattan. Duke Nukem 3D has the OJ chase recreated on a TV in a bar and does it. That's hysterical.
That's
hey,
awesome.
I watched it. Yeah, Amadeus is on there too. Yeah, Amadeus was a good movie.
Oh, we should give some nods to Nick Castle. The Last Starfighter is 1984.
Oh, that's right. Last Starfighter.
Wait,
Yeah, I'll never forget
2010? The sequel was in 1984? Wow.
Oh, The Natural. Robert Redford. Speaking of Redford.
Classic. How about the Cannonball Run Part 2?
Yeah. The Never-Ending Story.
Silkwood, that was a big movie, wasn't it?
That was a big one. Crimes of Passion. I don't remember seeing that.
Get this, Pat. What do you think the ranking was for Friday the 13th, the final chapter box office in 1984? This is kind of shocking to me.
I don't know. What is it?
22nd. That's pretty damn good, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, here it's showing a 19% on whatever this little stupid thing is here. I don't know if that's I mean, I don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes. It's a bunch of blowhards. It's basically a bunch of YouTubers that think they know more than we do. It's like,
I don't think. Did you say Red Dawn? Because that's got a good cast. That's
Red Dawn, yeah.
Original.
Let's see.
Well, did we talk about All of Me with Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin? Well,
I love that movie. Edwina, back and bowl. Edwina, back and bowl.
Now help me. Isn't that Frank Oz? Didn't he direct that?
You know what this stuff does to kids?
5 to 10 minimum, Lewis. Nope, I was way off. Carl Reiner directed that.
Okay, here's another one. Let's see. I'm trying to get a good list of the movies turning 40. Let's see.
Oh, Bachelor Party was in 84?
Was Bachelor Party 84? Oh, God, I love Bachelor
It's
Party.
ranked number 18, so I would assume it would be, right?
I remember that was I think that was one of the first. No, Terror in the Isles was the first movie. If you guys remember the days back in cable when they came out the cable boxes where you can hook your phone line to it and then you can order the movie through the phone line. It's like the first version of pay-per-view.
Right.
And that was the first movie we ever did was Terror in the Isles, and then the next one was Bachelor Party.
Grace Stoke, The Legend of Tarzan was 84? Damn.
Yeah, so many great movies, man. I remember 84. So I just put this one set up. I don't know. It's also given us number one songs in 1984 that turned 40. Ghostbusters is one of them. Van Halen Jump turns 40. Holy shit. Remember when that came out? When Doves Cry?
Well, yeah.
Footloose was a number one.
1984 was a big year for the Cubs, too. They should have went to the World Series another time. So
Well, you know, it's a good it was smack dab at the beginning of the MTV age too. So you got like a Virgin, Madonna, Karma Chameleon, Culture Club, Let's Go Crazy from Prince, Wake Me Up Before You Go from Wham,
Wake Me Up Before
Time After
You
Time,
Go.
Cyndi Lauper, and What's Love Got to Do with It? The late great Tina Turner, who we lost just last year.
Wow, nothing touched Ghostbusters at the box office in 84. The next one down was Temple of Doom. It's like 40 million less.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters. I mean, I remember that, man. The Ghostbusters were like a phenomenon. That was big.
You gotta give credit. Police Academy was the 5th highest grossing film of 1984. That's pretty damn good for Police Academy.
It was big. It was big.
God, geez, when we talk about 1985, Pat, oh God. I can tell you two right off the bat, Back to the Future and Rocky 4.
Yeah. So next year will be a good year. We just got to make it through this year.
Yeah, we got a ways to go, son.
Yeah, and this site, so movies turning 40, it's all the ones we discussed. There's nothing different here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else we missed here. Any other movies?
1984 is pretty freaking good, though, because you know what I think about with 1984? Think about this. Look at it this way with the movies. Have you ever seen a year when you look at the list of these movies that carried on a franchise or started a franchise? Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Romancing the Stone because of Jewel of the Nile.
Jewel of the Nile.
Probably because I just heard Billy Ocean when the going gets tough, tough gets going. Where's Travis? Isn't that like one of his favorite songs?
I think so. I'm on another site here, see if it's showing anything different that I didn't say. So let's see. I can't believe Splash too. Holy shit! I believe Splash is 40 years. I love that movie.
Man, I gotta tell you, Tom Hanks had a good year too. Another guy had a good year.
Oh, Stop Making Sense, the concert film from the Talking Heads.
Was Crush Groove 1980? Oh no, that was closer to ET time. That was 82, 83.
Children of the Corn. The original Children of the Corn was 84. Outlanders, Missing in Action was 84.
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
The OG. Let's see what else is
Hey, Mr.
here.
Everskade's out there. I missed Bill yesterday. Hi, Bill. How are you?
Oh, there's Bill. Bill's in the house. What's going on? Oh, Bill's got to get
No,
his
wait.
info.
DC Cab was 84? Maybe it was at 83.
Fuck the other Everskade. Fuck you. For sending me this shit.
Yeah, DC
Yeah.
Cab was 83.
Police Academy's 40. I know, man. How fucking old do I feel? Holy shit.
About Police Academy, what's cool about Police Academy? I guess you could say, would you say the first one's the best one though? I like
The first
I can't
two.
really-
Police Academy, the first two to me are the best.
I like, God, I really like all the Steve Gutenberg ones, but I even like the first one they did without him, where he goes to Miami Beach without him.
Yeah.
I thought that was hysterical.
So I forgot. So Thanksgiving's on Netflix. It started this weekend. Is that correct?
Yes. So did you? I don't know. Did you see my message? I was saying, like, even though it's not Thanksgiving, maybe we should hit that up since it's on Netflix.
We can do that. We can do that. Gene liked it. Yeah, I saw it in the theater. We enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Romancing Stone was good, and Jewel of the Nile. It was before Kathleen turned into a man.
I bet you if I go find my notes of my top 50 movies, 1984 might have some of the most.
It's gonna be another good year. Oh, and Splash, yeah, Splash. Everybody named their kid Madison after Splash. You're absolutely right.
Really?
Oh, look at this. Look who's joining us via satellite.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Where is you?
Are you in
Hold
the
on.
bathroom?
No.
Are you in the men's room or the ladies' room?
Hold on.
Are you
Hey,
in
Matt
there,
Russell's in the house. What's up? Police Academy 2 is his favorite, and 5.
What's up, fellas?
Look at you.
I
How are
I
you?
wanted to join and apologize because I'm on location. I'm not home.
Doesn't look like a
I'm
prison cell, so you're okay.
Doesn't look like
Yeah.
that.
I'm
Is that
in
the
like
mother-in-law's house?
I'm in like Pflugerville or some shit like that.
Flugen?
It's Pflugerville. Yeah. So what's up, man? What did I miss, fellas?
No, we're just going over. We just ran down a list of some of the movies that turned 40 in 2024.
Oh Jesus. I'm 37. So what the fuck do I know about those movies?
old
Oh
son of
my
a bitch.
God.
you.
37. Now I got to watch Clerks. Remember what they say
Yeah.
about 37?
Exactly. What do I know? I know nothing about this topic.
Get mad. Get a new business or move out of the neighborhood.
That's right.
Man,
That's right.
84 is a fun time, though. Fun year.
Oh yeah.
Do you need a
times.
refresher? Because Pat and I can just run them all down for you.
No. I just wanted to come in and say hello and kind of pick up where y'all left off. But no refresher needed. No refresher.
Well, I'm just going through 2010, the year we made contact. Remember that film? That's 1984.
Ooh.
Yeah, we said Red. Oh, Breakin' turns 40.
Breaking.
Remember Breakin'?
I don't know. Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop. Those are the ones.
Last
Right.
Starfighter. Yeah, Bachelor Party, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Cannibal Run 2.
Oh.
Oh God, I love Cannibal Run. Starman. We talked
Bachelor
Firestarter too.
Party. Bachelor Party is so iconic. Tom
Love
Hanks.
that movie.
Oh my god! Like for me, I just remember the shower scene, or
He
the
pees
scene
standing
where
up.
he's peeing and he's in the shower. He's washing himself.
And
That movie.
I also do engine work on BMWs. Bye.
Yeah, that movie's top notch.
I like the guy who keeps trying to kill himself, and he's there with the electric razor. What are you trying to? What are you
Yes.
doing? Trying to kill myself with an electric razor?
Or when he has his head in the tub, he picks us up. What are you doing? I'm trying to kill myself. Oh, okay. And he puts his head back down. Sounds good.
Yeah,
I love it.
Firestarter. Oh, I can't believe Repo Man's 40 years. Meatballs Part 2 turns 40.
Wow.
Against all odds. Turns
It's
40.
kind of strange to talk about a movie that's older than I am. So it's kind of weird.
That's Bill just brought up Metallica Ride the Lightning. That might be one of my favorite Metallica albums there. That's probably one or two.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
stuff.
that turns 40.
Oh,
Holy
it's-
God.
That's one of their best.
Yeah, 2010, yeah, it was all right. 2001 is definitely.
Fade to Black, baby.
Oh, Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Joe, are you fingering my screen?
I am. That's the only way I can see the screens. The comments. So
Dump
you
this
see,
stupid.
Stefan.
I always think of
Yo.
the guy in the doctor in Cannonball Run. I have this.
What's up, Ryan Underwood? Up to no good. I see. I'm looking at the comments now.
Stefan's
Yeah.
back. He's returned. We have Matt
Stefan.
Russell.
Matt's here. I brought that up before. That's one of the
Matt.
ones I like the most. The Search for Spock.
Yeah, Ryan's a great uncle. He lives here in Pflugerville. Yeah, he might be a neighbor to my wife's cousin.
Won't you be
Holy
my
shit.
neighbor?
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
So it was called
Yeah.
breakdance.
That's
It
some
wasn't
good
called
stuff.
breaking in the UK. That's weird. Huh? I guess because they figured it was called breakdancing.
I thought it was the Burt Reynolds movie. Was that called something else? Breaking In or something?
It was called Deliverance.
Oh, no. We don't need any squealing. Dude, that's a freaking rough thing to watch, though, man. That's.
Oh, that movie's fucked. The movie's beyond fucked.
I don't.
I don't think I ever have to watch that movie again.
For real.
I have to break out the video of me playing dueling band.
Oh God.
Trying to see if there's any other ones that we missed. I mean, I think we cleared the ball. There's some more to chat. I mean, a lot of iconic movies turning 40. It's just crazy. Trying to see, I'm just scrolling through different lists online to see if there's something I missed. 15 great movies turning. Oh no, it's just turning 30. We did
here.
30. But you know what?
Yes.
We did. So let's see. With some that are turning 30 this year. True Lies.
Oh, 94 was
Oh.
The Mask. The Mask of Jim
Speed.
Carrey and True Lies.
Speed's turning 30.
Oh my God.
The Crow is turning 30.
Brandon Lee. Wow. Classic.
Clerks turns 30. Ed Wood.
37.
Yeah.
Chungking Express.
It sounds like a fucking porno.
No, it sounds like number 7 combination at the place down the block. Some of these
Was
movies
the
I've never
Pulp
heard
Fiction
of.
1994? I think Pulp Fiction's 94.
Hoop Dreams is 94.
It was the year of Mrs. Doubtfire.
The Lion King 94. Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, The Professional. Leon the Professional turns 30. Good
Oh,
movie.
that's good. That's a good movie.
The Stallone movie was The Specialist.
Yep. Forrest Gump. You said.
Oh, the shower scene.
Mhm.
Oh, Sharon
Pulp
Stone.
Fiction
It
turns
was the year
30.
of Natural Born Killers, Pat.
And
right?
and The Shawshank Redemption turns 30.
And Andy Dufresne.
You know what else turns 30? Beverly Hills Cop 3, baby.
Yeah.
That's a piece of shit. That's a piece of shit.
You piece of shit.
I made Bill's throwing the music out there. Our Slave turns 30. Oh, I saw that tour.
Hey, but Naked Gun 33 and a third, the last movie
Far
before
Beyond
OJ made it.
Midnight.
Oh, that's
Oh.
amazing. Yep. Leslie Nielsen, baby.
I saw that tour. I saw that Pantera tour. That's the tour I saw them on. Wes Craven New Nightmare turns 30. Is it? Was that 94?
Yeah.
And I feel old.
God, The Lion King just destroyed the box office that year with Forrest Gump.
Actually, you want a coffee break? Go get that son of a bitch. Natural Born Killers. Yeah, I saw that.
They
in the theater,
shot
too.
Uncle Dave.
Oh shit! I'm being summoned, fellas. I might have to drive, but hey, I'll log on soon. I love you guys.
Are you gonna be around tonight? Are you gonna be able to do the episode later? Record with us?
Yeah, I think so. As long as we're about an hour away from home, so I'll let you know as soon as I get home.
We miss you, Joe.
Love you guys.
Hugs
Hey,
and kisses.
enjoy the rest of your episode, fellas. I love you guys.
Okay.
See y'all
you in a bit.
later. All right. Bye.
There goes JoJo. All right, so
I hope Joe's coming to New Jersey.
yeah. So for those who want to come to New Jersey, Brett and I will be at Chiller Theater. And, that's the end
Yes,
of,
we're experiencing the
April.
Warriors reunion.
I kept throwing it in the chat the other night. I should have sent a super chat, but I was busy. I was going back and forth. While Sean was on, I was going to throw a super chat in, so he saw it and said, "Why isn't James Remar at the Chiller Theater reunion?"
Yeah, I showed you the response he gave me, right? Like you're saying we haven't been asked yet. I was like, what?
I mean, they got everybody there. It's like, for Christ's sake, everybody's going to be there. Why wouldn't he be asked to be there?
See, my brother threw Body Double up there. I just saw the old comments. Yeah, Body Double is a good one.
Oh, Body Double's great.
Underrated
good
Brian
movie.
De Palma film. But Mark, Star Trek: The Search for Spock was 84. Come on now.
Melanie Griffith looks so good in Body Double.
Yeah, she does.
She was good. What? I always thought she was hot as hell in Milk Money. With
with Ed Harris.
Ed Harris and Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, yeah.
I always liked that when the kids cracked me up when they were trying to save the money to go see a hooker.
Yeah.
That was such a fun movie.
There's some great films though, and God, 1984 was something. Yeah, you got to remember the Terminator, man. Just the first Terminator.
Nice, 30-year-old.
Wait a minute. Now, what year was the Hitcher? Was that 85 then? Hitcher
He
had to have
already
been
turned
85.
30. Holy crap!
Colin,
What was
is
that?
the Hitcher 85? Let's see here.
Was it 85 or was it 86?
Oh, it could be 86. You're right.
I'm trying to remember from when we just did it.
86. You're right, Pat. I was
Yeah,
off.
only reason I remember that is because I remember when we were doing it. Milk Money. Milk Money is. It looks bad that it is, but it's a fun movie to watch. It's fun. It's like some funny
Some
humor
boy's
with kids.
curious about a girl, right?
Yeah.
A woman.
Exactly. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah, Hitcher 86, such a great movie.
Frank and Darren, when they did their Batman episode today, they brought up the one
Greedy.
Michael Douglas movie, or a Michael Keaton movie, Pacific Heights. Isn't that Melanie Griffith in that?
She was
Pacific
that.
Heights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greedy. What movie? Do you remember Greedy? I don't remember that. Greedy.
Oh, geez, the Kirk
don't remember
Douglas movie where he's the rich relative. Phil Hartman and his family, and Michael J. Fox plays like a professional bowler, and his girlfriend's Nancy Travis. Oh, you haven't seen that, Pat? Where like
No,
all the family, all the extended family is out for Kirk Douglas's money. It bombed, but it's hysterical in spots.
oh, I'll have to go back and check that one out. I don't remember that one.
Disclosure, 1994. Good old Demi Moore, yeah. 94 was a
Yeah, it's not
that
that up
was a
there.
big year for me seeing movies. I saw a lot of movies in the theater. That's when I was going a lot.
Well, I started working. 2 years later, I started working in the theater in '86.
Oh, see,
I
so
saw.
you were, you.
Yeah, because I had to wait till I was 14. I was 14 in '86.
You know what turns 30 this year is The Ref. That's 94.
What's that smell? Shut up.
Something smells like piss.
What's everyone drinking tonight? I'm drinking right now. I'm having a Guinness, and I have no work tomorrow, so
Bill, I had a
I am off.
Eagles, their new cherry lager, which it's not bad. I'm happy it's not overly sweet. I was afraid it was going to be overly sweet. Lakeside Cherry is what it's called.
Maverick
But
is
then I gotta
30
open up.
this year too, Matt. Holy crap!
Maverick's a good film too. Richard
That's a good
Donner.
movie, but I didn't. Yeah, wow, holy crap! That's the. Tell you, man, it's weird. I always remember my dad telling me that the older you get, like, how the hell did he describe it? It's like years go by like months, and weeks go by like days. It just time just flies. It's like,
Mhm.
and he's absolutely right. Holy shit!
Yeah. Maverick's got that one great. It's got that one great little cameo with Danny Glover when he's robbing the. Is it robbing the bank when Mel
Yeah.
Gibson's in there? He he takes his mask off, right, or takes his face off, and then you hear the little Lethal Weapon music in there. And they're looking at each other.
I love when they do that in movies. That was
The Richard
shit.
Donner film. too.
What was the
Right.
movie? Why am I drawing a blank? With Charlie Sheen, where
Oh, you're
he's
talking about Hot Shots Part 2 where he sees his
Yeah.
dad?
he sees his dad. I loved you in Wall Street. Yeah, that was awesome.
Hot
Or-
Shots Part 2 is just awesome.
Or another, that would be a great top 5, like movies, like scenes like that. Like that was a good one. And the other one I like when in Airplane 2, when Shatner is up on the like on one of the where is he on the moon? I think
Platforms?
and he looks at the thing and he sees the Enterprise going by and it flashes him going like this. You remember that? He's like down periscope and he looks and he sees the Enterprise
Yep.
and he's just like,
What's funny is, Pat, I think maybe Hot Shots Part 2, that might be 30 years old too. No, it's 30 years old. It was made in 93.
yeah, Ed Wood was 94. I loved that. Ed Wood was funny. Major League 2? Was
Yeah,
that
Major League 2's 94.
94? Wow.
Very reasonable sequel, even though it wasn't the same, but still good sequel. I think the part with that, though, it wasn't rated R, right? That was the killer. They kind of.
I remember seeing Troy Lies in the theater, man. It was such a good, it was great. Like I said, fun movie. Jamie Lee looked hot as hell in it, and it made Tom Arnold tolerable.
Oh, you know what? We watched it with Michael, the first Grumpy Old Men's 94.
Is that 94? Wow.
Or unless it's, wait a minute.
Matt wins. That is the best reference ever.
Oops, Grumpy Old
Best
Men. was
cameo
93.
reference from Third Rock from the Sun, Shatner getting off a plane. I saw something on the wing of the plane. Let's go. The same thing happened to me. You're absolutely right. I was telling these guys, if you guys are big fans of Third Rock from the Sun, that is the absolute best. I remember
No, I'm
watching that
thinking
because I loved the show and I remember watching it live and I knew that Shatner was the big head guy that they were talking to. And when he came down, he's like, there was something on the way of the plane. The lift guy goes, the same thing happened to me, dude. I had like my soda coming out of my mouth. I was laughing so hard. I was like, holy shit. That was perfect.
I'm getting them now. I got Hot Shots Part 2 stuck in my head though. Like, remember they're all jumping out of the plane. Geronimo, and here comes Geronimo. Me. You see, you heard me, didn't you?
I like when he walks into the Winnebago.
Is making an appearance.
When he walks into the Winnebago and he walks in, it's like this big giant palace inside the Winnebago. Lots of space in here.
What's it, Rowan Atkinson? Remember they tied my shoes together, those bastards. Lots of fun.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Let me. 1 second.
Uh-oh, the boss is smiling, so you should be safe. That's a good sign. What is this one? Getting even with Dad, Richie Rich. Oh God, the Flintstones.
I loved you in Wall Street. That's stuck in my head.
It's stuck in your head. It's awesome. I loved you in Wall Street. The Punisher starring Dolph Lundgren. It turns 35. Wow.
Who directed that though? That's gonna bug me.
I don't know. Who did?
Dolph Lundgren, Lou Gossett Jr.
Clear Present Danger, 94. Yeah.
That wasn't anybody big. I thought it was. Mark Goldblatt. Okay, there you go, man.
Mark
Thank you.
Goldblatt. Yep. Look at that.
Blank Check. I saw that in the theater. That's got our buddy, the actor's name from the Burbs. Art. Art plays the limo driver.
Oh yeah.
Art's got a gun.
And that's one we keep talking about the Burbs. We got to put that on the watch along. That
Yeah,
should
it
be our
just had
comedy.
its release anniversary was just the other day. I saw that on
I saw a lot of people posting about it.
social media. Bruce Stern rules in that movie.
Have I
So good.
seen the 2018 movie I Still See You recently? I don't know that one. Do you know that one?
What is that?
See you. Which one is that, Stefan? That doesn't ring a bell. Oh yeah.
There go the damn brownies, Matt. There go the goddamn brownies.
Which one was that, Stefan? I don't remember that one. I still
My
see you.
brother, the doctor.
Colin, you never saw the. Oh, you know what? If we do that, you should come on with us. Make it like a first time watch with somebody. That'd be cool.
Really? Really, Stefan? Huh.
Which film is he in?
I guess I see you, maybe?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Or
a
was it Tom
Lawrence
Hanks?
Miller
Like, I've
film.
never seen that. I've never seen a guy drive his garbage to the end of the street and beat it with the stick. I've never seen that.
I'll have to check it out. I don't know that one. I'm going to write that down.
Mr. Klopek.
I see you up. I hear people home, so I think the wife and everybody's home. Good. I can deal with the dogs then.
That kid
Oh, he
that
was an
stole the
extra.
meatball, Matt.
He was an extra, and I still see you. Oh, wow.
I guess we'll have to watch that stuff. Stefan, okay.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it.
I'm looking it up. Well, you should flag it, Pat.
I love it. Bill's throwing all the albums. Dio, the last in line was 1984. Holy crap. Great album. First two Dio albums are two of my favorites. Yeah, get the
Yeah,
Burbs.
I've never
Don't
seen that
watch
movie.
it, and we'll make it a virgin watch for you when we do it.
Yeah. So there's an Arrow release for the Burbs. I might have to go take a look at that. Shit.
An hour and 28 seconds in, you're right beside the man in a fedora hat. Oh, so we get to see what Stefan looks like. All right. Hour and 28 seconds. 1 hour and 28 seconds.
I'm looking here. Oh boy. Oh boy.
This was my first concert. Defenders of the Faith, 84. That was my first concert. Saw them at Madison Square Garden with who opened up? Great White opened up. So you look at that 40 years ago. This year was when I went to my first concert, Judas Priest.
How about that?
Oh, well, look at that. And Stefan's got a porn stash too.
Our
Back
buddy
then.
Bill, he's drinking some Hot Butcher. That's some dangerous IPA. It's good stuff, though.
Oh, you sent a picture? What is that?
What he had sent?
Here's that?
It's the one brewery. I brought them to H45. I think we had them in the lobby. It was a double IPA.
Oh, it was one of the ones we had? Okay. Yeah.
It's from the same brewery. That's one of the specific hops they use. It's kind of like their fourth or fifth one in the series of that.
Oh, it's on Tubi. Okay, I'll have to check it out then. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Colin. See, yeah, because the Air, obviously, we know the Air releases are just awesome. Shop Factories is decent, though.
So yeah, you guys got any more? And we'll move on to. We got some other
I
shit.
should have written down some more 30 stuff, but 30 was, 30 is just as good. Well, I should say just as good, but there's some good ones there. I think, come on, 84 probably beats the cake, right?
I mean, there's so many in 84. I mean, it's crazy how many classics turned 40.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second here. I'll be right back.
Out of this list of 40s, people, throw it in the chat. Let me know, what is your favorite? Is anybody here as old as me that actually saw any of these in the theater? Like I said, I ran down my list of the ones I saw in the theater. I saw Gremlins. I saw Beverly Hills Cop. I saw Search for Spock. I saw Ghostbusters. I saw The Final Chapter. I saw The Terminator. Those are the ones I saw in 84 in the theater that I remember seeing in the theater vividly. Everything else I saw, but I saw it on HBO or Skinamax or probably the video store.
You say you saw it on Skinamarink?
Skinamax. King Diamond and crew fucking owned it with Don't Break the Oath. Oh, you're a King Diamond fan, huh? Merciful Fate?
Merciful Fate or King Diamonds were good, right?
Yeah. Damn. That's some high pitched shit, man, right there. Thinking King Diamond. Woo.
That's some high quality shit. Now, that's what is that? That's Happy Gilmore, isn't it? Ben Stiller. That's some high quality shit.
Yeah. So if you guys want to throw some more in the chat, throw some in the comments, and after the fact, let us know.
Now,
Eddie the Cruiser's 84.
Oh, really? Eddie
Is that
lived?
84,
Oh,
man?
that's like in early 90s, isn't it?
No, Eddie the Cruisers wasn't that the 80s? I don't remember. That didn't pop up anywhere. I remember that. I mean, oh, what a good movie. Great soundtrack.
Eddie and the Cruisers.
On the dark side, John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. Trancers. Unfortunately, here in the UK, you couldn't get into the theater even with a parent. You had to be that's crazy.
Yeah, they got a little bit more laid back in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, big time. I remember, like I said, the theater I worked at was a 4-screen theater. And I worked there, so I got to see everything, which didn't make a difference. But I remember even going because I didn't turn 18 until I turned 18 in 1989. Was it 89? No, 1990. 89, I got my license at 17. And before that, I mean, all you need was a pulse. They didn't give a shit.
I guess I didn't realize that Beverly Hills Cop was my brother's first R-rated movie. Damn.
Manowar released 2 of their best albums in '84. Hail to England, signed them, and they're still going. Didn't they just release one last year? I remember them being on a trunk. Beverly Hills Cop. Oh yeah, there's your brother. So who's the pitcher? His pitcher there.
That's my oldest. That's his oldest son.
Oldest son?
Nephew. Yeah.
Yeah. So while he's here, so when do we got to plan our Married with Children 10 best?
Yeah,
episodes.
you know what I'll do? I'll talk to him, and maybe you know what I'll do, Pat. I'll do we'll do a group phone text. I think that's probably the easiest way to figure it out with my brother. We'll do
That's
a group
true,
phone
Eric.
text.
Yeah, I probably did the same thing because Eddie and the Cruisers was 83, but I didn't see it until it came on HBO. So that's probably I'm thinking 84. It sounded like it was around 84, but yeah, that makes sense.
When was Eddie Lives? Was that early 90s?
There was what?
Eddie Lives, was that the second one? Wasn't that in the early 90s?
Yeah, that's nah.
That's what's his name? Michael Pear, right?
Mike, was it?
Star
I
of
thought
the
it was
Philadelphia
Paré.
Experiment?
Did they Paré? Paré?
Sorry, I suck at names.
I believe me. The only reason I know is because I've heard it. Otherwise, I would say the same thing. Pear. It looks like pear. It's Paré.
The Philadelphia Experiment. That's what I remember him from.
Yes. Yeah, he dropped off the planet too. That guy.
I think he did a couple conventions. I think I could have sworn he did Chiller.
Eric's your first concert was in '84 too. Rush. That's a band that eluded me. Every time I wanted to go see Rush, it eluded me. For some reason, I couldn't go, and now forget it. With Neil Peart gone.
I played their pinball machine just a couple days ago. It was pretty damn cool.
What was everybody's first concert? Throw it in the chat while we're speaking of that. My first concert, like I said, was '84, 40 years ago this year. Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith, Madison Square Garden, with Great White Opening, and that was the show. If you go look it up, that was the show where they got banned from playing the Garden. They've never been allowed back since because everybody tore the cushions out of the seat and threw them on the stage, and they banned them from the Garden. $10,000 in damage.
That was like the very first Ozfest where it had just rained and people were throwing big things of mud and dirt at freaking Marilyn Manson.
Oh, we did that at Woodstock '94 when I was one of the guys out there throwing big pieces of dirt up at Green Day.
Pat, one of the only person I know was ever at Woodstock '94.
Hey, I have pictures too. I showed you the pictures.
Yeah, you did. But you also went to Class Action Park. Oh, sorry, that's the name of the documentary.
Well, that was the name. We always called it Accident Park.
Yeah, Accident Park or Action Park.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on HBO. It's a classic documentary called Class Action Park.
Everskate's first concert was Metallica at Metal Church. Nice, 92. I saw Metallica. First time I saw Metallica, Jesus, what was That was 80, shit, was that 88? 88
I
or
was blessed.
89?
I've
That was,
actually never seen Metallica. I almost wanted to go this past year, but
It was the Monsters of Rock tour. It was Van Halen, Scorpions, Dokken, Metallica, and Kingdom Come at Giant Stadium. And I'll never forget it because Metallica, it was hysterical because we were in the lower level. We weren't on the field. But as soon as Metallica came out, it was like ants. Everybody jumped over the wall onto the field, and the people couldn't stop them. It was hysterical. It was everybody just jumping the wall and just scattering everywhere, and the friggin' security couldn't catch anybody. It was hysterical.
Bill, yeah. If that was at well, no, did you go to Tinley though? I went to Alpine Valley for that first one. Maybe you went to the Alpine Valley one too, but oh God. Yes, I was at Alpine Valley, Pat. You know what happened at Alpine Valley?
Oh God, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I know. You're bummed about that one.
Yeah,
It was Alpine Valley.
One of my
Okay.
idols. Lost one of my idols.
Yes, the Stevie Ray.
Yep. First concert was Def Leppard in '87, Hysteria tour. Yeah, I saw that tour too. I can't stand it, but I got it free. Actually, I was telling the story the other day when Colorado was on because Def Leppard was her favorite band. I was really only going because my buddy and I wanted to go see Queensryche because we love Queensryche.
I
They
think when
just happened to be the
Colorado was
headliner.
on, I told her that was my favorite Funko Pop figure because the drummer, it's the one on drummer.
He's only got one arm.
she handled it well. Oh, but did you see her post? Did she buy a Land Rover or something? She was regretting doing it. I noticed it.
She was
If she was out there, she would be in the chat room. She had fun.
I was at Woodstock '94. Yeah, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. For goof, I'll bring the pictures up. Ryan
It's like
Underwood.
Phil Hartman and that quick change with Bill Murray. Remember that? For your information, I was at Woodstock.
Rockfest '98, Brother Kane, Creed, Deftones, Clutch, and Metallica. One of my favorite bands, Brother Kane. I just saw Brother Kane. Remember a couple of months back, I saw Brother Kane back in November. They were doing a reunion tour. They were fucking phenomenal.
Might have been my first concert.
What was that?
A euthanasia tour, I think, with Corrosion of Conformity.
Wow, COC.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'll bring up my pictures from Woodstock '94. I was completely shit-ass drunk and amongst other things.
That was a big year. That was right around the time I got Dimebag Darrell at the Guitar Plus, the store that used to be open. He signed my Vulgar Display of Power CD.
Let's see. Oh, and shout out to Kiss. Their debut album was released 50 years ago today.
Wow. I saw he's making an appearance somewhere. Somebody posted something about it in the autograph group. Paul
Yeah,
Stanley.
Gene Simmons is already going out with a band. He's already going out. Which, and Paul Stanley would be doing the same thing. Give him time. They're going to do stuff. And for those that think they'll never play again, they might not do the whole bombastic show again, but they'll definitely play.
Yeah, these guys aren't spring chickens,
No, it's just it's too tough. I mean, come on. Paul Stanley's had more surgeries than you can possibly imagine because he's fucked up all sorts of limbs and shit.
I'd rather see Gene Simmons do a remake to Runaway.
Could you imagine that?
Where you going, Ramsey? God, he had a great name, didn't he? Freaking Tom Selleck in that movie.
Yep. Ramsey. Okay, so here. So I did go to, I can share my screen. Hold on. So I did go to Woodstock
guys.
'94.
Ramsey.
So here's some photos from Woodstock '94. This was the stage. There's me. About 40 pounds, 50 pounds lighter. And here's Pat.
I'm doing about 500 squats.
There's Pat right there that you met out in California.
He's changed. Yes.
That's him. That's Pat. Yeah. And it's my friend Alex I grew up with, and that was his girlfriend at the time, and as of today, his ex-wife. But yeah,
they were married.
So that's Pat right there.
Oh, there you go, Mark. Yeah, Runaway was 84, Pat.
There's Pat again. Yeah, it was 84. That's right. Let's see. There I am right there.
You look pissed off, Pat.
Oh, pissed off. I was shit-ass drunk. see what other ones are
Your
there.
buddy with the fucking Mountain Dew. That's hysterical.
That's Pat. Hey, it's Pat. Probably be pissed if I showed these pictures. Like, because he doesn't. If you guys know my friend Pat, he looks nothing like this now. He's a personal trainer.
Well, Matt's in the chat. Matt met him obviously because we all went.
Yeah,
out
Matt
to-
met him. That's the
Yeah.
that's the one with the big Bon Jovi hair, Matt. That's
and
him
that
right
means
there.
Lito met him. Lito, hello, good to see you in the chat.
Hey, Lito.
Hope you're doing well, bud.
Here I am, all drunk, drinking an MGD.
You're
Genuine
looking a
draft.
bit
I can tell
happier
about it.
there.
Can tell about it. Can
What's this
All of-
other guy holding? Cheese nips?
cheese nips. And look right there. You can see I'm wearing my Black Death vodka hat too. Look at that. And I think that's it.
And for the
No,
record, he was
you're-
already a diehard Halloween fan there.
You can see the progression of how drunk I was getting. So there you go, right there.
Hey, get off that skid. It can be used.
Oh man, Woodstock '94 was fun, man. What else? Oh, there I am with my Frank Zappa shirt. All right, well, it's not go down memory lane. I
That's
figured I'd
pretty
show the-
funny. That's pretty good, Pat. That's good stuff. Yeah, you know what? And go back on '84 too. God, you
Yeah, I can't
Elm
believe I
Street-
forgot Runaway was '84. Holy shit, how did I forget that?
Yeah, Elm Street
Man.
though. The original OG Elm Street '84. That's something too, man.
That's crazy, man. And I told the story. I remember vividly watching it. Yeah, the pictures are priceless. I know. It's good. You know what? And nobody had cameras. There was no phones back then. So I think that was a disposable camera, if I remember correctly, because disposable cameras had just come out around that time.
I think Pat, didn't you tell me like people were going crazy to find alcohol or stuff? People were kind of
They were, because you know what it is?
Desperate.
Because they kept telling everybody what you had to do. It was in Saugerties, New York, which, honestly, where I live now, it's probably only about an hour and a half away from where I live now. And what you had to go park at this lot, park your car, and you had to go through like a checkpoint, and then you got on a bus, and they bus you up to the site, and they were
Yeah.
doing this whole check. And believe me, they didn't check shit, because people had stuff. I'm like, oh, they're gonna bust you. He's like, oh, I'm gonna take a chance. I'm like, and then they didn't even check anything. I'm like, Christ, I could have fucking had a keg in my bag. They wouldn't have fucking stopped me. So when we got in there, all they had was not like a whole beer, but everybody was shit. It was like the original Woodstock. Everybody I met was cool. Everybody shared everything with you. And I do remember the next day, you were able to get out the one gate, and there was a guy, smart guy, down the block with a tractor trailer selling
Mhm.
cases of Budweiser for $50 a case. And you know what? We bought 3. We didn't give a
Well-
shit because we needed the beer.
Well,
And he
think
had
about
ice,
it.
too.
Even back then at a concert, like you're probably still saving money compared to if you bought them like singly if they were selling them.
Yeah, so we had a blast. We met people from all over the place. We watched a lot of naked people walking around. A lot of naked people. We're sitting there the first night. We're sitting there having beers, and we just look over and there's a couple having sex. Then they're just like, okay, they're done, and they're just sitting there naked, like, oh hi, where you from? We're like, just didn't care.
Didn't I see you at Action Park?
Yeah, it was surreal. A lot of fun. And then I didn't go to the one in '99 simply because '99 was when I got married. So the wife's like, no, because I can tell you stories of some of the other concerts that I went to and I got in trouble. Where one of them I got arrested at for fighting, stupid shit. So the wife's like, no, you're not going to Woodstock '90 because that was the year we were getting married. And thankfully I didn't go because it kind of sucked. They set fire to shit. They kind of ruined it. That's why they never had another one after that. So I'm kind of glad I didn't go.
Sorry.
So, exactly. I look cool. What happened? You know what happened? 25 years of marriage, 2 kids, a mortgage, and a partridge in a pear tree. That's what it does to you.
If we would have stayed any further at the H2 hospital at age 45, we would have been arrested. That would
Yeah, seriously. Ed Lito popped in to say hello, give some of my 84 faves, Temple of Doom, Nightmare on Elm Street, Terminator, Friday 4, Ghostbusters, Gremlins. Yep. All the standbys.
Lito,
the
how
new
about
Saxon.
Beverly Hills Cop? I'm scared. No Beverly Hills Cop? I'm sure you.
I have to go get the new Saxon. I did hear this. He was on Eddie Trunk the other day. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Biff something. Is it Biff Byford, the singer of Saxon? He was on Eddie Trunk the other day. Sounded good.
Really? And also we give a shout out with Matt and Lito both being in the chat with the success of the Halloween 2 board game. It's so cool. And now Stop the Killer, they got the Thanksgiving one. Did you see that?
Yes, Thanksgiving.
that?
And there was another one right before that I thought they announced too.
Aren't they doing? Was it Black Christmas or no? It was something else.
What was,
You're right.
help
But,
us out in the chat. Which one? I know he announced one right before Thanksgiving, but I forget what it was.
but yeah, that Halloween 2
Oh, he's
stuff.
jetting.
That's how we.
Later, Leo. Oh, Basket Case and Black Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, Basket Case. Dang.
Stefan liked to show us how he looked dressed as Michael Keaton Batman back as a 5 to 6 year old bat. Send me a picture. I'll throw it up there. Be curious.
Yeah, message it if you're. Oh, Stefan on Facebook or. I don't even know.
I don't even know. Yeah, I got the commercial character pieces too. Yeah, actually. Oh, they were just they were on my desk here for the longest time. I put them back, but the games finally.
Yeah, they came back out. Yeah, Matt. Our friend of the collector world, Steve Green, gave me the reminder that they were back out. So yeah, I jumped on them right away and got them. So thank you.
Are you on Instagram, Stefan? If you're on Instagram, look me up on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Is there a way to send? I've never tried that. Can you send people messages on YouTube? There's got to be a way. I honestly don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't know. Next year at Rockfest, they were recording for a Rob Zombie music video, epic stage setup. That's one person I've not seen live yet, Rob Zombie. I have to go check him out.
That's how. Remember, I saw him. He was opening for Ozzy, and then I got that backstage. I won that thing through Fangoria. That's how I met Rob Zombie that one time. It was between his Halloween movies when he went on tour between both those films. I should find that picture.
It's a party, but yep, 84. Last Starfighter we talked about. Yeah, big time. Good movie.
Forget it.
Matt was there too. Was Rockfest? What was it put on by Dimension Films? It's true, right? You think about it, right? Brother Kane, Creed, and Rob Zombie all there on the Dimension roster. Bill, were you supposed to hang out with Bill last night?
Remember, I was going to go to the that was last night.
That was the thing with the Jason band, right? With Ari Lehman.
Yeah, we Lisa had to go out. Her uncle isn't doing too well, so she went to go visit him. So I stayed home, and after we had a birthday party, and I just stayed home with the kids.
Right. If you guys didn't know, Mr. Zombie directed 2 of the best Halloween films.
That's not funny.
Hey, wait till we get to what did you watch this week? I did actually watch them because they were on.
I'm going to find this picture.
New Orleans Sludge. I've seen a few times. I know the band. I've never heard any of their stuff, but I've heard of them. Last time, Paris, France. Yeah. So let's see. Figure wow, hour and 14 minutes in. Yeah, so that's our favorite movies turning 40. You guys want to throw some more in there? Throw them in. What's Matt say? 84 was Springsteen's Born in the USA was big. The video I remember was big.
It's huge.
Yeah, with Dancing in the Dark, where he pulls a young Courtney Cox up on stage to dance with him.
What the fuck is that?
Yes, I do remember that well. So yeah, that's our favorite movies turning 40. Hit us up in the comments afterwards. Let us know some more and bands or whatever. It was 84 was a good year. I remember it well. Like I said, I remember a lot from the 80s. I don't seem to remember a lot from the 90s. I guess because in the 90s I was old enough to drink. So I drank a lot of it away. Not that I didn't drink in the late 80s because we always found a way to find it. But we got what else we got in here tonight? So we did our favorite movie review, Surviving the Game. So we would talk about this for weeks doing a watch along of Surviving the Game.
And it's turning 30.
it's turning exactly, yeah.
This is something special for
it is 94. It's 30.
This is a Joe movie. I wish Joe was here for it because him and I really started talking about it. And then we convinced Pat, like, hey, Pat, I know you might have saw it a long time ago. We got to watch this movie again.
It's gonna be a good watch along if I don't watch it before then. Which I may not. Maybe I'll just wait. Let's do a quick movie review of Surviving the Game. Why can't I find it? There it is. So I'll go quick because I remember the storyline. with Ice-T. I remember, he was like down and out, and he was like going to kill himself or something, right? They picked him up, and they thought he was getting a job. He thought he was getting a job as like an instructor or something, from what I remember.
Yeah, they needed somebody extra, like a hunter, a guy to be with them to go on a trip. Yeah.
So he gets there and to find out that he's the prey, that he's the one that's being hunted. So I do remember a lot. I remember bits and pieces of it because it's been so long. So I'm looking forward to the watch along. From what I remember, I liked it, but I wasn't over the moon about it. It's got some iconic people in it, like Rutger Hauer,
Great cast.
Gary Busey. Who else was in it besides
F.
Ice-T?
Murray Abraham, Rutger Hauer, who we love a lot.
Yes.
So
I'm going to go out and say I liked it, but I wasn't over the moon about it. I'm going to give it a 6, but that might change after I watch it. Like, and you and Joe were definitely a lot more familiar with it. So let's hear. I want to hear your take on it.
Yeah. So I think we were talking about movies when they turned 30. It was when I was going to the movies quite a lot. And you see this movie, you see the trailer, and I didn't catch really that they would be after him. It just didn't put too much together. Charles S. Dutton's another one in it too. John C. McGinley.
That's the other one.
John C. McGinley's in a lot
John
of
C.
movies.
McGinley, yeah, from Scrubs.
The Bobs, one of the Bobs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a different movie for Ice-T, especially. Like, he's very good in it. But yeah, playing this homeless guy that's trying to try to be on the better side of life, and takes this job offer from Rutger Hauer and goes on this road trip to. He assumes going hunting, right? And little does he know, all these other guys that meet up with them when they get to their house in the middle of nowhere in the woods, that they're after him. So it's wild. It's a big wild goose chase in the movie, and slowly but surely you see these guys are having a rough time dealing with him. So
yeah, I remember it was on HBO or one of them. I remember it popped on one night and I watched it, and I think I caught it maybe like half of it another time. So I do remember the storyline, but I don't remember all the bits and pieces of it. That's why I wanted to rewatch it. I just didn't have a chance to. But that might also be kind of good to because I do remember watching it, but I don't remember a lot of it. So it might be good to just watch it with you guys. Be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Ernest Dickerson directed it. Ernest Dickerson's done a lot of a lot of movies that are specifically kind of close to each other, right? So I'm trying to find his list here. I apologize for what he's done. But he did like Juice. He was a part of Juice, Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
He did Bones with Snoop Dogg. Remember that?
Oh God. Oh, you sent me a picture, right?
Oh, I sent you a picture of. I just passed it with my buddy Dan and I. That's when my phone at one of the disposable cameras was dying. That's a picture with O.J. Simpson.
I remember seeing. Yeah, I remember you showing me this. I'll have to bring it up again.
I thought I'd shown it to you before, but yeah. So, but bottom line, I really enjoyed this film. And we're just going to talk about Norberg. Yes, OJ got kicked out of a sports memorabilia show when we were there, and he had a big entourage of people at the hotel across the street in Rosemont by our main airport of O'Hare. And his whole entourage, they had a camera and everything, and they just came up and sat next to us out of nowhere. And we were just freaked out. We couldn't believe it was O.J. Simpson next to us. And this is before he got busted in Vegas a couple years before that. So, which is always kind of a funny story because my wife and I were in Vegas at the same time when that happened. Just like, this guy's following me everywhere. But,
yeah, I was just talking about the 30-year-old chase before. I was saying how I remember vividly being in a bar with my wife, and everybody's like, look at the TV, look at the TV. We were sitting there watching it live. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, my brother would even say to you, we were just shitting ourselves that, like, oh my God, this guy's got his arm around us. I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? And Pat knows this too. I have my Naked Gun trilogy box set on DVD. I had met Leslie Nielsen, George Kennedy, and Priscilla Presley. Imagine if I had OJ on that thing too, Pat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like all of them.
Well, he's doing a good job of hiding out because you don't even hear anything about him. So,
OJ?
Yeah,
he's probably just golfing, right?
Yeah, you don't hear anything about him.
Well, what is it? He can just live off of his pension, right? They can't touch his pension.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because he owes millions of dollars and he doesn't have to pay for it.
Right? Didn't I tell you that, Pat?
Oh, the chase was much more entertaining. That's great.
Oh God. But yeah, so we're talking about surviving the game. Yeah, I would give this. I'm going to give this a solid 7. It's a fun film.
Mm-hmm.
It should be. It should be a lot more known than it actually is, in my opinion. But hey, it's fun. I look forward to you watching and getting a refresher of it.
Yeah, it's been probably since 80, maybe 95 when it came on cable that I watched it.
Got a lot of known like people in it, not like mainstream, super mainstream people, but
like people from like movies we like, you
yeah,
know,
fuck yeah, dude.
all guys, you know, it's not just like this, it's for like better terms, it's not really like an A-list cast. But
Oh
it's
man,
like people we like from movies we like, especially like freaking Rucker Hauer. Oh,
I passed that picture with Burt Reynolds. Oh, here's a Mustafa Cod picture. How funny is that?
I should Anchorman. Love Anchorman. What's that?
I found a Mustafa Cod picture through my scrolling here.
Oh, you and Mustafa?
I know. I never got a picture with him.
You never got you got his autograph, but you never got a picture with him?
Never got a picture with him. And of course, obviously, there's the video of me with him.
Right. Yeah. So join us on Tuesday night. We're doing a live watch along of Surviving the Game. If you've seen it, throw your ranking in the chat. Let us know what you give it out of 10. 1 through 10. And if you haven't seen it, by all means, join us on Tuesday night. Because it'll be a refresher for me because I probably haven't seen it since 95.
It'd been a good 30 years, but that's what makes it fun, right, Pat?
Oh, Shaun of the Dead. That's one of Big Joe's favorite movies. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Matt's on the West Coast. It's dinner time. Have a good one, man.
Hey, Matt, have a good night. Thanks for joining, bud.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It'll be a good refresher watching it on Tuesday. So yeah, let us know. Drop it in the comments. Let us know, and be sure to join us. Look at this, Stefan. Well, maybe it wasn't big in Canada. Never heard of Surviving the Game until now.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Colin, never seen it either. Seek it out. Yeah, it'll be a good one. It's gonna be a fun watch along. Join us.
Holy shit, Colin, you haven't seen it either, huh? Dang.
So yeah, we'll do our quick. Let's go through what did you watch this week, and I didn't watch too much, but it was a cool few things that I did watch. So what did you guys watch this week? Where is it? What did you guys watch this week? So this week, what did I watch?
What did you
I watched Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 because they're always on Pluto, and that's all I watch is Pluto TV.
Did you watch it with Neighbor? No, you already watched it with him. He didn't like him. That's right.
Yeah, I didn't care for them. No, I watch them at home. You know what is? Because all we pay for cable for is internet. So I always watch I think the only streaming apps that we pay for, Netflix because my daughter watches it, Shudder because I watch it. My wife watches Discovery Plus. That's it. But Pluto was great because there's so much stuff on there that's free. So I always have it on. It's always like it's like having your regular channels on, and they always show the Rob Zombie Halloween. So that I watched those. So last night we're sitting down, we're waiting for my niece who came up to visit, and I'm flicking through, and I saw Big Top Pee-wee was on, so I put Big Top Pee-wee. So and the wife never
Pee-wee, really?
She never saw it. She's like, I never saw it. Like, you never saw Big Top Pee-wee? So we watched Big Top Pee-wee. Then right after that, we sat through Tootsie. So we watched Tootsie.
Tootsie's a classic.
Oh, such a great movie. And I think that was all we watched this week. That's all I had written down here. That's all I remember. Nothing new. I didn't. Usually I try to watch something new.
New?
All stuff I've already seen. There's a few things on my radar that I have to watch. I just didn't get to it yet.
I finished up if you saw that, I asked Sean and Chris about it. I'm glad Chris had watched it. I figured he would because of Rob Bottin's involvement, but I watched that 4-part RoboCop documentary, which is just freaking awesome. anybody that loves, well, I know I saw one guy that said something after I asked that. He's like, who doesn't like RoboCop? I'm like, I think there's a handful of people that just think it's okay. I absolutely love the movie. I don't think there's like Pat, you like RoboCop, but it's not
I
like
love
you
RoboCop.
like, yeah, you're not like, oh, it's amazing or anything, right?
No, I'm a big fan of it, but some people are gaga over just like, and some people can't figure out why we're gaga over Halloween. So I get it. But no,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of RoboCop. Always liked it.
But yeah, you want to see how much trouble they had making a movie? Watch that freaking documentary. A lot of fun, even though you need 4.5, 5 hours to watch
I
it.
remember you telling me about it, and I got to carve out some time to watch it because I would like to watch it.
Yeah, it's on that Screenbox with Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I have to get because you said you
Yeah,
can
Raccoon
the
Eyes,
free
it's
trial again.
RoboDoc. Yeah.
and you can get it right. The free thing again.
Yeah, or you can even order it. It's out on Blu-ray on Amazon too. I might think about doing that.
I have to go
What
back
else
and
did
watch
we
Ghostbusters.
watch?
It's been a minute since I watched Ghostbusters too. I remember when my son was real young, I bought him like the well, because there was only 2 Ghostbusters movies at the time. So I bought him like the 2-pack of films, and that was probably the last time I watched Ghostbusters too. Avengers Infinity War. And the thing, yeah, but I was there. I saw
No,
your super chat thing with 2 heads.
Oh, yeah. Didn't somebody see that on there? I figured they did. Yeah.
Yeah, the RoboCop doc is what is it called again, Brett?
No, it's called RoboDoc. It's
RoboDoc.
the making of RoboCop. It's
on Screenbox.
Screenbox, which is part of Prime. Yeah, it's 4 1 hour, 1 hour and 10-minute episodes each. So it's lengthy, but it's everybody's a part of the whole interview process. Even Verhoeven, the director.
Mhm.
Very good. I watched one yesterday morning. I hadn't seen in a long time because it was just hitting home with me. It was Charlize Theron's first movie called 2 Days in the Valley. Have you seen that, Pat?
No.
2 Days in the Valley. I'm just going to give you the list of the cast of this. It's Charlize Theron's first movie. Terry Hatcher, Jeff Daniels, Danny Aiello, Charlize Theron, Glenn Headley. You have a couple people that have passed that's in this. It's a killer. Peter Horton, Marsha Mason, James Spader, Eric Stoltz, Jeff Daniels, Keith Carradine, Louise Fletcher, Michael Jai White. This movie, you want to talk about a movie? It's kind of like a heist type of movie, but it's got some humor to it. But it's very good. Like all these characters kind of integrate all together. They have their own little separate stories and stuff, but they kind of all integrate as the movie's going on. They all kind of interconnect with each other. So 2 Days in the Valley, check that one out.
Yeah, check that one out. I don't remember that one. Terry Hatcher, woohoo! Oh yeah,
Well,
they're
Charlize
real
Theron's
and they're
movie,
spectacular.
That's what's big with this movie. It was her first movie, right? She has a big spoiler alert. She has a big fight scene with Terry Hatcher in a hotel room, and she breaks Terry Hatcher's nose because she had never done any fight scenes since it was her first movie. So, Pat, I gotta tell you, watch this movie, man. It's not. I'm sad to see Danny Aiello and Glenn Headley kind of together. They have a lot of scenes together, and they're both no longer with us. No, Glenn Headley really passed away at a young age. Really, Danny Aiello, I guess, did too. So
Definitely, yeah. I did not know that movie. That's something I got to check out.
yeah, you know what's on the super long Christopher Nolan movies on Peacock? I'm gonna watch that sooner or later since I didn't see it. The one that's up for all the awards.
I'm trying to think if there's anything new out there that I want to watch, like new movies. I'm like, what's really out there?
Well, now that Thanksgiving's on Netflix, though, I think we'll have to watch that here in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I'll sit and watch it one night, but maybe I'll just wait until we do a watch along of it. Because that'd be more fun.
Yeah, that might make it more fun to do that, right?
Yeah, because I only saw it the one time in the theater. I remember a lot from it, but it'd be fun to just revisit it and do it live.
It's nice when you find something too that my wife watched the RoboCop documentary with me, so it's not something like she would have to totally be hooked on. It's not something like if in case you miss one thing, you're not gonna miss out, right? Like you can with a lot of movies. But that movie, it's kind of wild how that movie went to the MPAA board, the rating board, 4 times. They kind of set the record for it, and then they changed, they changed the rules because of RoboCop when it came to that.
Yeah, we're gonna do it live. That's what she said. We'll do it. Well, yeah, we'll definitely do it live.
Yes, Stefan. Yes, absolutely.
So that'll be a watch along coming in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, but let us know in the chat some other stuff you guys watched, because honestly, because sometimes I get so busy and I don't even know what's out there. So that's why I like this segment, because I write shit down. I've been writing stuff down all night. The thing is just
Yeah,
trying to
it's
get
gonna
time
be
to
time
watch
to
it.
watch The Entity. It's been a long time, and Darren and Frank covered it.
I
So-
did watch that episode. And I was like, wow, it's been a minute since I watched Entity. I have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, they. I'm glad they're covering other non-horror stuff. I just think it's important, right? We're all movie fans here, right? So we gotta check out other things.
This theory. What happened at the theater when you saw it? I forget.
Oh,
I
he
remember
had some.
watching it.
I thought Bill said that there was some people talking, or it was just a bad
Yes.
crowd to be in there.
Yeah, so
Bill,
I could see
those
definitely
South
liking it better.
suburb people, man.
Oh, you still have, oh, you haven't seen it yet. You haven't. Oh, you'll like Thanksgiving. You get a kick out of it.
Yeah, Stefan, if you know a lot about the RoboCop movie, I'm sure some of that might not be news to you, but there's a lot that I know from talking to other people that are big RoboCop fans that they didn't even know certain things. Yes, Colonel Cochran. That's right. He's in that RoboCop, the first Robo. Actually, isn't he in the second one too? Or no, he's not. Was he?
I remember in the second one. I remember in the first one. Dan O'Hurley.
Dr. Chalice.
We had a time getting it here. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
in it.
perfect in that. He was so good in that. He was in part 2 also. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I'll go back and watch that.
But
But yeah, that's what we watched this week. Let us know. Throw in some more in the chat. Throw some more in the comments after the fact if you're watching this after the fact.
He went to
And,
85. He lived to 85.
He was up there. He was up there when he did H3. He was no spring chicken when he did
Dr.
H3.
Chalice.
Oh, Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Smith.
Ah, yes. He was so
He's
good.
so
in that.
good. Yeah, who would have ever thought that movie? would be
I
what it is?
know. And I remember I've told the story. I saw it in the theater and I was so fucking pissed when I walked out of there. And then when I saw it again, when it came on VHS, I was like, you know what? I really like this. It's not as bad as I thought. It just obviously shouldn't have been called a Halloween movie. That was the downfall, but it makes it super special because it's like the black sheep of the family. Maybe I wouldn't have as much fondness for it because
that's why I'm bummed I didn't get to meet up with Bill yesterday too, to give him his Dr. Chalice number 1000. Sitting here on my counter.
So we're going to do our top 5. So we got so people stick around. We got a great top 5 tonight. Our top 5 off-screen deaths in horror.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Well, Jesus. I haven't really been chiming in on a lot of these goddamn things. I'm moving slow because there's so many great people comment tonight. You know, I guess,
What kind of cunt does that?
it's usually me. Where is that? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I get so many here. I got to organize them now.
Get the fuck out of here. Somebody else, I said it myself.
There it is. All right, we're gonna do our top 5. So if you guys think of it while we do the quick intro, our top 5 deaths, off-screen deaths in horror. I'm sure you know some of the ones that I have on my list are kind of predictable because of who I am. But let's do our top 5 intro.
Boom, boom, boom.
So tonight is our top 5 off-screen deaths in horror. So I scoured all of them and tried to think of some really good ones. And I'm seeing some good ones in the chat already. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Shelley, part 3. Yeah, that makes sense. Vic, A New Beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually do have. Where's my list? I know I have I have one Friday reference on here as an off-screen death. So I'm gonna fire a shot across the bow because I am that Halloween movie collector. My number 5 is the mechanic from the Phelps garage.
Interesting one.
Barry Bernardi.
My number 5. It's the worst Halloween. Tyra Banks, man. Halloween Resurrection. What the fuck happened?
Oh yeah, we so wanted to see her get her ass killed.
Well, right. Come on, you know.
Oh, look at you guys blowing the load in the friggin' chat. You're throwing my number 1 out there. I thought I was being clever too. I guess not.
Oh, Mixter? How many are in like Halloween 2? There's a few.
Yeah, we have Mrs. Alves. Yeah, so my number 5 was the Phelps mechanic, 878. And what was your? I'm sorry, what was your 5? Because I was too busy reading the chat.
I forgot her character's name and Resurrection. I should have wrote it down. Tyra Banks.
Oh, yeah. What was her name? Tyra Banks, and that. Help us out in the chat. I don't remember.
I don't
well.
think too many people.
Let's see. So they threw Ned, Friday the 3rd. Damn, you guys are throwing all mine out there. Holy shit. Yeah, had this one in there. I got Ned on my list. Damn, everybody's doing the same ones. It's a live birth scene.
Nora.
That's true. Nora. That's it, Nora. Yeah,
Told you to go help Nora.
yeah, get your ass back there. What's the matter? Your shit ain't working? Oh, God.
Skedaddle. Get the fuck out of
Get
Dodge.
the fuck out of Dodge. Skedaddle. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Oh,
Wait, was that your
God.
number 4? That other one you said?
No, my number 4 is actually no, nobody mentioned it yet. My number 4 is Billy and Predator.
That was a runner-up.
It was fresh in my mind because we just watched it like 2 weeks ago.
My number 4 is somebody that you and I met up that weekend. Captain Dallas, Tom Skerritt from Alien, man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like, what a bummer.
Sorry, Tom Skerritt to me it will always be Strawberry from Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. I wasn't looking at his neck. We have to do that one of these days. Do some Cheech and Chong watch-alongs. Let me see what else is in here.
Dr. Mixter.
Dr. Mixter. It's Laurie Strode. She's had a reaction to the medication. So my number 3, somebody threw it in the chat already. Ned from Friday the 13th Part 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see Kevin Bacon and the girl, they're hanging out and it's getting windy and he sees somebody walking in the little cabin, which was definitely not Betsy Palmer. You could tell it wasn't a woman. So
even though it's technically on screen, but the one guy, oh, hi, what are you doing out here?
yeah, like that. What are you doing out in this mess?
It's like as if he got tickled in the nuts or something.
Got this prize finger in his butt.
Okay, so that was your number 3, right?
That was my number 3. Yeah, Ned. Friday. Because you remember they're right on the bunk below and banging, and they scroll up, and then you see him up there with his neck slit.
How about Tracy from 7? Do we know who we're talking about? What's in the box?
I had that. I was like, oh, that was gonna be my number 5, but I was like, I figured I'm the Halloween guy. I had to throw the Phelps mechanic on there.
What's in the box?
In the fucking box. Yeah, it was the head in the box.
Come on, man.
Not dick in the box, the head in the box.
Tough one.
Was it here? No, man, don't eat those, man. You just ate the most acid I've ever seen anybody eat in my entire life. It make me crazy. Like, I hope you're not busy for about a month. Oh God, I could talk Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke all day long.
Hell yeah. It might be this might be a cigar night later.
I'm not working tomorrow, so I'm up all night. I was out with my neighbor, my buddy Mike. He's always out in the chat because he was getting tired. I said, "Go take a nap because I'm up late tonight. I'm not working." I said, "You get your freaking beauty sleep in so you can hang out later."
Get your shit together. Do.
Grandpa Part 5, A and B. Help me with that one. Oh. Am I drawing a blank? The eaten-faced corpse that's found on the landing at the top of the stairs in Night of the Living Dead. Oh, that's a good one, Colin. I never even thought of that, right? They find the body
yeah.
up there. That's really good. Oh,
You
New
still had a
Beginning.
number 2, or did you do number 2?
That's it. New Beginning. Oh, that's right, Grandpa. That's right. He had the little kid, the little annoying kid whose brother was demon. The grandpa, they find him dead. You remember he worked in the kitchen, but you don't see him get killed. That's a good one. I like that. T2, cigar biker. Did he kill him or just steal his clothes?
Yeah,
I
that's
see.
interesting, right?
Yeah. Reggie. That's Reggie the Reckless. That was his grandpa. What was my number 2? See, so your number 3 was what again?
Tracy, Gwyneth Paltrow on 7.
That's right. The head in the box. My number 2 was this. Everybody could say they could kind of see this on screen, but you really don't because he falls into the bed. But Glenn from A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, Johnny Depp, he just falls into the bed. There's just a bunch of blood, so you can assume he was killed. But
That's a good one.
I didn't see him get his ass killed. Damn it!
My number 2, I thought about it late, and it's pretty. It would have been interesting to see it in 1988. Is the whole police precinct in Halloween 4? That whole thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like they didn't
If
know
you
what
had seen that police department, you wouldn't even ask. That's right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
That's a Terminator.
What are you supposed to assume? Could you tell? Like, they showed the one head being like cut off, right? Or the arm or limb. It's at least 2 people that were killed in that station, right?
At least, yeah. Well, it's meant to be at least the one guy, because remember when Loomis walks in, the one guy says, when he asks about where Sheriff Brackett is, he's one of the bodies that are there. It's like, well, you have to go about 2,000 miles because he went to St. Petersburg.
Oh, how excited are you to see how that woman looks from Silent Night, Deadly Night? You know, the mom that shows herself, she's going to be at Chiller Theater. Do you see that?
Oh, that's right. Oh, you got to see what she looks like now because she was stunning then.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
I'm like, holy shit.
Nice chest. Well, we'll walk by her and just go.
Oh, you know what? I'll put it on
Might
my
not be
next
making asses of ourselves at Chiller Theater.
I brought the America Werewolf in London, the Terror Tunes one to have Griffin Dunn sign.
Oh, did you? Actually, that's what I got to do tonight. I keep forgetting. I got to buy the fucking tickets. Remind me as soon as we're done here. I got to buy the tickets before I forget. Before they get sold out, the early admission.
Stefan, she was beautiful in that. Oh,
yeah, she was. Yeah, big, beautiful MILF. What about Pat? Pat saying slaughter up all night, sleep all day. Yep, I'm loving the fact that I don't have to get up at fucking 4:20 in the morning. I'm sure you're happy too, Bill, because Bill knows my pain because he gets up at the ass crack of dawn too.
Yep. Well,
what about
when
the
you work in construction, dude? You work in the trades. You're up early.
Yeah, it sucks.
If I'm not up early, I'm sure as heck getting woken up by phone calls. So.
Oh, that's another good one, Colin. When the bums come back as decaying corpses, right? You don't see them kill the bums. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, what was your number 2? I said Glenn. Did you say number 2?
It was the precinct, the cops.
It was the precinct, the cops in H4. There you go. And of course, this is a quick list because everybody blew it in the chat for me because I thought I was being clever. My number 1 is Dr. Mixter.
It's Dr. Mixter. I didn't have on there. I have Mrs. Alves just because it's gruesome when you see like just all the blood and the slipping and the humor with Lance Guest flopping over.
And for those that didn't go back and listen or go watch our Halloween 2 book club because they do describe where he was doing it to her in the book, if you remember.
Where he was doing it to her.
He was doing it to her. Come on, you do. We all do. I just did it. I'm ready to do it again. Come on, everybody does it.
I guess you hear the outside. You don't see what's happening, but even the precinct in H5 too, right? Even though you don't
see it, right? You just walk in there and you just see him shooting at everything like Terminator style, and you don't see anything. And one of them is supposed to be Sheriff Meeker laying there dead too.
Oh yeah,
because you actually see that. I think you see the
pictures
picture
in
of him
Fangoria.
in
Yeah.
Fangoria. Yeah. If you take out part 4, Dr. Loomis and the explosion, sort of, well, yeah, I mean, especially when the bigger franchise like Halloween and there's a lot of off-screen deaths. Let's see.
It's rough. That one is not aging well.
What's that?
The Stuff of Legend one. I think it got bad.
It's like and our movie we just watched, Detroit Rock City, when Shannon Tweed buys him the bourbon and he drinks it, he's like, think this Coke's gone bad.
You got the queer makeup on. Sorry.
The fag makeup on me.
Dude, I actually, we're trying to figure out our spring trip road, or our spring road trip we're doing when the kids are off, and when we're leaving, dude, I'm trying my best so I could go to Horror Hound, because now what's his name's gonna be all there all 3 days. Eli Roth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they're having a big Cabin Fever reunion there too, since Eli Roth's there. So the kid from Cabin Fever that's in Detroit Rock City is going to be there. The long-haired guy that hangs up on the radio station too early.
Yep. Oh, he's going to be there. Wow.
Dude, that show's turning into a real good one.
Newman in Jurassic Park.
Nothing will be as cool as our Chiller Theater though, with all the Warrior people though.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Not to mention, it's going to be like Monster Mania all over again. Brett and I are just going to get let's go have a beer at lunchtime 3 hours later.
Let's go have a steak again.
It's like SpongeBob. Let's go have a quick bite of something to drink. 3 hours later. We're still at the bar.
I think I'm an Uber to a brewery and just tell Pat to meet me there.
Yeah, I got to look up. We did look up some breweries. Yeah, we can hit some breweries when we're there.
Yeah, because the show doesn't open up till 6, so we'll probably have to eat.
Yeah. That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's our top 5 off-screen deaths. That's let us know in the chat. Throw some more in here. Let us know after the fact, because there's tons of off-screen deaths in horror. But we just picked up. Of course, mine was heavily influenced by Halloween. But yeah, let us know in chat.
Beautiful. Bill, you're right on the same page with me, buddy. That was right in my top 5.
Yep. Dark Dennings from The Exorcist only described by Kingdom. Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah. You don't see it.
You know what I will say that Rob Zombie, he was really good at not doing that. I know he did it to the one guy in House of a Thousand Corpses, but almost all of his deaths are on screen. You ever notice that?
And a lot of his deaths are slow and painful because people just don't get killed right away. Very torturous. Yeah, but that's right. Behold, Fish Boy. Yeah, he was on the
Fish Boy was off screen. That's the only one I could think of, right?
Yep. Why is this zonking on me? Yeah, so that was our top 5. Let us know. And we have our
Let us know.
Don't be shy. We have our collectible spotlight. Let's do a collectible spotlight and we'll just chat with everybody. Where is do a quick collectible spotlight.
Of course.
A collectible spotlight where we take something of our collection and spotlight it and show you guys, because we're horror fans, but we're also collectors, obviously, as you can see from all the shit behind us.
Yeah. Sorry for the yawning. Caffeine time.
Get some caffeine because it's gonna be a long night because we're gonna hang. So I brought these out because this actually just posted on my Instagram because I was able to snag the Japanese cassette. So I brought out all my versions of Halloween on cassette.
Hey, that's a good idea.
So there's the two versions on the left. The one with the white background is the Columbia Record Club. If you guys remember those, was it like 12 things for a penny or whatever their scam was back then?
Yeah,
That's-
that's the only cassette I have. And
There you
that's your
go.
bottom left, I think.
Yep. And that's that one. Then there was the 85 release on the far right, but the one above it is the one I just got, which is the 85 version in Japan.
Pat, is your label the silverish one like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Early, the two on the left, the early versions were silver. They were black cassettes with silver labels.
This is high
The rest of
quality.
them, yeah. All the rest of them are more white cassettes.
Look them up on eBay, folks. You can see how expensive they are.
Yeah, and I was happy to get it. It was $75, which sounds like, oh, that's crazy for a cassette, but it's not one you see very often. So I jumped at it when I saw it.
Yeah, it seems to be easier to get the the CDs over cassettes.
Yeah, cassettes are tough, and it's funny. Cassettes have come back into favor. A lot of people are putting out vinyl, but they're also putting out cassettes too.
Well, yeah. What's it? Sacred Bones with all those Halloweens that the trilogy they made the cassettes and CDs for them, right?
Yeah, I got them on cassette too. Yeah, from the Halloween trilogy.
It's pretty cool.
Did Judas' boyfriend? No, because he was never listed as somebody that died. Remember, he walked out the front door.
Oh yeah, he just walked right out. Yeah.
He was just a minute man.
Now, yeah, in '78,
Oh.
but he doesn't in the remake.
Oh, in the remake, he gets his ass handed to him. He gets killed.
Yeah. Wow, Pat, I can't believe there's that many different cassettes.
Those are the only ones I know of. I knew there was a job because if you guys go on to Discogs is like the big, huge
Database.
music database, like cassettes and vinyl, CDs, and everything. And I knew there was one out there that was Japanese, and usually what you can set an alert. Remember, I sent you the picture a couple of weeks ago with the Carpenter album showed up. Waiting at the '80s showed up there.
Yeah, the Coupe de Villes.
The Coupe de Ville, $2,200. Then went down to $1,700. Somebody must have bought it because it's not there anymore.
Wow. I should look up these cassettes. They're probably not cheap either, but
You could, watch them on eBay. They pop on eBay, and you can get them for a reasonable price. Sometimes
what's
they pop
the,
up there.
what's up with the white background one? Is that just a different?
That's what I was saying. That's the Columbia Record Club one. That's the one where if you sent away, you got like 10 things for a penny. Remember those scams back then in the day?
Just like with videos and stuff, yeah.
So that's that's the Columbia Record Club version.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, so that's my collectible spotlight for this fine evening. And let's
Nice.
see. Brady's got, oh no, we showed that before, but look at that.
Yeah. Oh, since we're talking 1984, I figured to show my giant diecast Ecto 1 and then the Beverly Hills Cop blue crappy Chevy Nova, and then kept up with the sequel with the rental car he had, the olds, and then I figured Pat would get a kick out of the
EM50 Urban Assault Vehicle.
I don't know if you knew that came out. I'm sure you did, but
I remember seeing it. Yeah, that's awesome.
I love it.
Basically, my old band collected Hot Wheels. I remember he had it.
I've sold a handful of the movie themed Hot Wheels. Like I was buying them for a while at the conventions because you just don't see them in stores regularly. Like I think the last one I bought was Rocky's Rocky 2. He has his Firebird, I thought it was a Trans Am, but it looks like the Bandit's Trans Am, but it's a Firebird. So yeah, dude. Love that stuff.
Colin's never off Discogs along with his other addictions. Yeah, Discogs, especially because you get set alerts for things you're looking for. So I get alerts every day. And I'm like, certain things I jump at, certain things I'm like, oh, I'm still waiting for that elusive Halloween 2 45 interview record. Still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for that elusive Halloween 2 reel to reel. So I have all that stuff in there. Nothing.
You are, aren't you? You're waiting
for it to pop up. I was surprised the day that Coupe de Villes popped up. I was like, holy shit. Then I saw the price. I'm like, yeah, I can't do it.
You're hunting it, ain't you?
Back there in the dust is breast of blue suede shoes.
Yeah, I used to have a lot more of the die-cast car stuff. I think Joe's really in it. Like I sold the one Christine car I had. There's just certain things. Like I sold my Back to the Future DeLoreans. I had one from each movie. It's just some stuff, it's sell stuff so you can have money for other things, right?
What figure, Bill? Bill just sent the message. What? You never imagined this figure exist.
Yeah, Bill, what are we talking about, buddy? I saw that note just now.
Yeah, but send us a picture.
You're making us nervous.
You're making me scared. Colin's got the Christine Evil version recently and the TCM
Yeah,
truck.
he bought the burned out one, right?
Oh, you got the Motel Hell. Is that Trick or Treat Studios? Because it's the same. Yeah, it is. I didn't even know they
that's
had
part of
that.
that series. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Bill, did you get the Myers? Like the blue overall one? I still have to buy a blue overall one because they sent me.
I didn't know they came out with that. The Motel Hell, Farmer Vincent.
They sent me that damn green overall one, remember? But it was fine. I still got to get a blue one.
You still didn't get the blue one?
No, it's still relatively available.
Got to get that shit.
I could tell our friends a story. So since I was a dumbass and bought a little too much, my card got bent right there. See, look at that crease right there.
That's just not acceptable.
No, so when I ordered the blue overall one, they sent me the green one that was an exclusive at the convention. So then now I got a clean one. So these are awesome, aren't they? They did a hell of a job on these.
They did a nice job with them. Yep.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting Nick to sign one of these. Figure he signs that nice, like bright orange marker. He's gonna be a flashback again.
What Halloween? I don't think there was many Halloween people at Chiller this year, right?
I don't think there's any at Chiller.
I thought there was one.
I know we're gonna go say hello to Mr. Body leaving.
Oh, we gotta go see Lee Ving. I'm so excited to meet. I have to go, just for my son's sake, because he's like, you gotta go meet Lee Ving because he loves Fear.
I don't know if they've added any, but I'm excited about Dabney Coleman.
The old Lush, yeah, love these. Well, I just watched them last night in Tootsie. It was in Tootsie.
Remember? Yeah, I knew there was a reason why he wasn't into me or she wasn't into me.
Yeah, he was in Tootsie. So Brett and I go and chill at theater so far. Let's see the updated list. You got Shatner, Helen Slater, Charo. For those that are old enough to remember who Charo was, Dabney Coleman, Lee Ving. I'm excited to meet Lee Ving.
Yeah.
Bruce McGill. He was in a bunch of
McGill.
stuff. He was. Remember him the best as D-Day from Animal House. Walter Koenig from Star Trek. Griffin Dunn. We know from American Werewolf. Rosanna Arquette.
My batteries are out ready to die. Can you put that?
I wonder
back
what
on?
she looks like. I'm gonna be
Thank you.
curious to see what she looks like.
Huh?
Dylan McDermott.
Yep.
Angela Mao Ting, whoever that is. James Tolkien, which everybody remembers him most as the principal in Back to the Future. The Warriors Reunion, which is awesome.
Hello,
They had
battery.
everybody, except for James Remar, which sucks.
Well, we still got 2 months though, dude.
Yeah, hopefully he gets there. Robert Brian Wilson, who was the Santa from with the hairy ass from Silent Night Deadly Night. And then his brother, Eric Freeman from Silent Night Deadly Night 2, Garbage Day, is going to be there. Lynn Griffin from one of my favorite movies, Black Christmas. Tara Buckman from the Cannonball Run. Yeah, she was the one that was in the car with Adrian Barbeau.
Yep. Did you
William
watch
Cat-
all of Sean and Chris the other night? I still have to finish a little bit of it with
I
Nick.
missed like the last hour because I started doing some other stuff.
Yeah, I know either Bill or I think it was that Anthony Watt guy had asked about Chris coming back to Flashback, and I think he's getting a lot of demand to come back there. If he comes, yeah, Bill, that'll be fun if he comes back. You can give him some more anti-hero.
Oh, there's more added. All right, William Cat. So we know them from obviously Carrie, Greatest American Hero, and of course House. Anna Korobikina. She was in Dawn of the Dead, a bunch of other stuff. Fred Williamson. Remember him famously from Dust Till Dawn. Christy Swanson.
Yeah, good old Christy Swan.
Wow, Danielle Bresbois. Wow, she was the little girl in Archie
Oh, yeah,
Bunker's
thanks,
place.
Stefan. Thanks, bud.
The Magic Garden, which is like for those in the tri-state area, remember growing up with the Magic Garden, the two girls, Paul and Carol. Butch Patrick from the Munsters, Pat Priest from the Munsters. Stefan Arnger. Oh, Land of the Giants. I remember that. Lauren Chapin. Father Knows Best. It's funny. As you get lower, it's like the older people. Lisa Petrucci, artist. Dustin Warburton, artist. Yeah, so it's a good lineup. Nobody from the Halloween movies.
Still early, too, dude. Still early.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just looking forward to hanging out and partying.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure I get plenty of sleep before I fly there.
Yes, sleep, because we're going to be up late. Let's
Be up
see.
latte.
A lot of people coming back to Flashback this year. Fingers crossed for Chris Nelson. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. 30 years since John Candy.
Yeah, my buddy Jeremy, who was out with us in California, he's excited Nancy Stevens is going to be at the Flashback this year. She had canceled.
Did you see in the collectors group today, Sandy Johnson posted that I guess somebody made a fake account under her name and she was telling everybody to report it?
Jesus.
Like, seriously? Come on. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a good question. Stefan's asking. Pat, what's your weather like there?
Cold as hell. It's
So
definitely
you'll definitely have your heaters blasting later then.
Yeah, it's in the 20s. Fortunately, no snow. We had a little bit more snow yesterday. Yeah, it's definitely cold. It's ball shrinkage weather. It's like
kinky.
like a peach pit.
Kinky.
Lee Vin was also in Walter Hill Street. Yeah, he was also in the Wildlife. Remember the Wildlife? He was in the Wildlife with what was that? With that was
Streets of Fire. I can dream about
Christopher Penn. It was Chris Penn and his buddy in there. The TV was the TV repairman. I just partied with him. It was Lee Ving.
Living.
And yeah, so let's see what else is going on here in the chat. And then
Stefan, glad you corrected yourself there.
Where? Right.
Nice.
Oh, Raccoon. You must be from the tri-state area then, Magic Garden. I took my kids to see them, to meet. Actually, my wife said it was more for me because I grew up with the Magic. I'm sure they weren't syndicated in Chicago. They were like these two young girls, and they did this thing in the Magic Garden with puppeteers. It was like a kids show in the 70s, and it was big in the tri-state area. And when I was a kid, that was my first crush, the one girl, Carol. And so I saw they were touring years ago. So I'm like, we got to take the kids. And my wife's like, but they're like grandmas now. I said, but I still want to go because when I was a kid, they were like, that was my show. And I was telling Kathy, I was going to Chiller Theater. I said, look who's going to be. She's like, seriously, you're going to meet Paul and Carol again? I go, I have to. And they're in their 80s now, and they don't look like they're in their 80s. God bless them. I bought the DVDs of all their episodes. The kids used to watch them when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you something. That's what, especially those out there that don't have kids yet. And Brett could probably attest to this. You always buy the shit that you enjoyed as a kid, and you show your kids the same stuff. Am I right? I did it like with the Magic Garden. I turned my son when he was younger. I turned him into a diehard Scooby Doo fan. So I loved all the old Scooby Doos. I bought all the old Scooby Doos for him.
It's like the only thing it didn't work out with my kids so far is my son's into soccer, heavily into soccer. He's in 3 leagues. So that wasn't me when I was a kid. Soccer wasn't a big thing, or we'll call it football around Europe and other parts of the world. But yeah, I don't know, man. Not me.
Yeah, my son pretty much. Terrence is like you see him. You've talked to him. He likes a lot of stuff that I introduced him to, and of course he likes his own stuff, which is fine. But yeah, turn him into. Oh, you're in PA, right? Cool, nice. Oh, so you're in the same state as me. Not to tell me where you live because I don't want to be a creeper, but what part? North, east, west, south? What are you near? I'm just curious.
What's your phone number? What's your address?
Yeah, what's your address? I'll be there in 20 minutes. Don't worry, I'm not a creeper. I'm just curious what region of PA.
Dude, Yeah, so
I'm in
it was-
Northeast. It's been
it
nice
was
up in Manitoba. What's that?
It was like 20 degrees here, like Friday.
Friday
part
was
of
windy as
yesterday.
hell. Did you guys get that
Now-
wind?
Yeah, we had the wind chill like below zero
windy.
pretty much. Now today it's like 40 degrees. It's like, what the fuck?
It wasn't too bad today. I'll see you outside of Philly. Okay, yeah. So 20 minutes outside of Philly, but closer to Trenton. Okay, yeah, I know the area well. Actually, if you know that's actually my daughter is going to what's the college she just
Is that
agreed
close
to go
to Cherry Hill when we go?
Yeah, Cherry Hill. Yeah,
what I was
Marico and I, we Brett and I, we go to Monster Mania, Cherry Hill. Westchester University, that's where she's going. And that's
Cherry Hill next to Haddonfield, New Jersey. Right?
It's right, birthplace of Miss Deborah Hill.
Deborah
When
Hill.
chill was down to 0 overnight. Yeah, this cold. Oh, this is just crazy shit, man. It's just too cold. What's the weather like in Ireland, Colin? Weather here is really weird, as it's oddly warm for this time of year. It's like spring here. And good. Oh, I actually have some friends, a couple of friends of mine. They just posted pictures. Some the two girls I went to high school with. They're actually they're posting pictures. They're in Galway, so they're out in Ireland right now.
Yeah,
Bastards.
I did you catch? I was bummed to hear that Sean's not going to go to For Love of the Horror. He's got some big Scream reunion that weekend.
I was a little disappointed to hear that. Yeah, I was like, shit. I thought it would have been great to hang out with everybody, but
Well, yeah.
oh well, I guess I just have to hang out with Darren and Frank in
You
Colorado.
probably wouldn't have been hanging out with him as much. He's always busy with his stuff. So
Yeah, but it'd be nice to see him at least to say
oh,
hello.
absolutely. I know Bill and I will have to come up with some big shenanigans with him for flashback this year. So
Yes, yeah. So anybody out there, Chiller Theater, Brett and I'll be there in two. I guess it's just about 2 months now.
it's 2
a little
months.
over 2 months.
God.
Let's
Yeah,
go
that
hang out,
line
come
just
say
kept on
hello.
getting better and better. So I was like, Pat, how far away is this from me? Would you come to this? So, and I saw.
Well, I was going to go anyway because I used to go every year. It's been a couple of years since I've been there, but for me, it's a nice, easy, under an hour drive from my house.
and
to
I
there.
couldn't believe the flights. How it wasn't that expensive.
Colin, the flights are cheap. Come on, let's see what's the flight from Belfast to Newark. Come
Well, that
hang out
might
with
be a
us.
different story.
Yeah, so you know what? We hit everything tonight. I'm thinking. Haven't heard from Joe, so I guess we're not going to be able to do our episode 1 tonight. Might have to do it tomorrow or tomorrow night or something. I was hoping to do it because it gives me. I wanted to maybe edit it tomorrow, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It is what it is. I figured with me not working tomorrow and being off, and the wife will probably go hang out with her horse. I'd be able to get it done, but no
Well, maybe
biggie.
we'll hang out for a little bit after.
I'll be around tonight, yeah. So I'm definitely hanging after this. So if you want to hang out, I'll say hello to everybody upstairs because they were at a birthday party. My niece is staying over. See, check the chat. We'll do some quick shameless plugs and get the fuck out of Dodge. Yeah, it would have been cool. Yeah, it sucks, Colin, especially with Chris. That would have been great, man. Meeting Christopher. Well, you know what? It doesn't mean just because Sean's not going to be there. You know, maybe Christopher Nelson will be there. I'll hang out with him. If I have to get Sean some more spicy pickle monster. I'm looking forward to Brett. Brett finally sent the package out, so looking forward to that. Oh, and then
Package.
you have to let me, unless you want me to do it when we meet up for the show. You gotta let me know what I owe for the room. Unless you want to just wait and just do it when I meet up with you.
Oh shit! I didn't even put that on that when I text you about that. You're
I
right.
thought of it after the fact, so I sent you the money for that stuff. But if you want me to give it to you, then if you want cash, I can give you cash. So it's spending money. It's up to you.
Oh, that might be better to do that.
That's
that
what I'm
way.
thinking. Because if you tell me what I owe you, I'll give you the cash, and that's just cash for the convention.
Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll take a snapshot of the email, what the price was, and we'll just split it down the middle. And yeah.
Yep. It's expensive. Oh, what's for the flights? Yeah, that would have been cool. Say come over and hang out. But yeah, we'll be there. Brett and I are definitely going to be there. We're hoping that Joe might sneak there, and I don't think so. The Little Rascals.
You're talking Ireland. You're talking For the Love of Horror.
No, I'm just talking about right now. Chiller Theater. That we're going to be
Theater,
there.
yeah.
You guys want to come hang out with us? We're definitely going to be there. It's a done deal.
Yeah, I tried to do the Europe thing. It's tough with how young our kids are.
And I totally get it. It's actually going to be tough for us this year because I had a sobering looked the other day at things coming this year because we're getting a new roof put on.
Oh wow.
So that's a hefty dent that I'm like, oh. So
My daughter
hope it
wants to
doesn't
go to
derail.
Ireland.
Ireland's beautiful. You got to go. So much fun.
She gets older.
It's better when they're older. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll do some quick shameless plugs for the channel. We're gonna get the hell out of Dodge. So since we're not doing our top
You
5,
do.
because I did it last week, our top 5 football movies, because I wanted to get that in time for the Super Bowl. I'm picking up with my I'm going out year by year. Next year, the next episode is gonna be a lot of fun because 72 is the year I was born. It's gonna be fun to go through the albums from the year I was born. But tomorrow morning you're gonna get my top 10 albums of 1971, and if you're a music fan, you could probably figure out 1, 2, 3, 4 of them right there. See if you can figure them out.
Mama says the way you
There you go. There's 4 of them right there if you can figure it out. So that'll be tomorrow morning. This Tuesday night, come watch Surviving the Game with us.
Look at that guy.
We're doing Surviving the Game live watch along on Tuesday night. Make sure you join us.
Always check the barrel.
So far as always, I don't get stuck working this. I shouldn't get stuck. Shout out to Byron Weaver. I shouldn't get stuck working Thursday because the guy I usually work with is on vacation. So that's not going to screw me up.
You know, okay, a little. It's not really behind the curtain, and Pat don't care if I say this. I laugh as we announced. Well, is your next thing going to be the Halloween collectors thing, right? Is that your next slide?
So this is this Thursday. As long as I don't get stuck working, 8:00. Yep.
Yes. So Pat announced this, and it's funny how a few people are like, "Oh, this is so great! But waiting for something this again." I'm like, we love Halloween to death, but it's always fun to talk about other stuff, right? We can always the Halloween. It's never going anywhere.
That's why we figured we'd make this a separate entity.
Yeah,
that's why when we started doing this, we said let's make it broad based in horror, so we can, because there's tons of other things we like. So then I was thinking, it'd be fun to just make this part of the. For those that don't know, there on Facebook, there's the Halloween and Michael Myers Collectors Group. I started it about 5 years ago. So if you're a collector, go check out the group. So I thought it would be great to have a companion podcast to the group, which focuses just basically on the Halloween collectibles. So that's what this is going to be. It's not going to be every week like this, and it's not going to be live. It's going to be like when we have time. We'll do it.
And to reiterate, when Pat put this together, grails, it's what each one of us are going to think are grail pieces. It's not, it's, if we start like opinionating like everything just in general, what is a grail? Just not.
Yeah.
It's what we believe is a grail to our collection.
Grails are subjective. It's not a pissing match over what is considered this or considered that. It's considered, it's subjective. It's what is a grail in your collection? What is something you looked for, you're trying to find, or it's so special to you because you have it. That to me is a grail.
I saw our old friend GK was all excited about it.
Yeah, shout out to GK. We'll have him on again. We had him on the old one, and we'll get some other collectors, maybe some mask makers to come on, because there's a lot of them in the group, and I don't collect custom masks, so I don't know dick about them.
Well, really, I should put the message out there to Sean. As much as I know he'd probably like to show his own stuff on his one channel sometime, I'll at least throw it out there. You know?
Yeah, just say, look, just show us the stuff. If he wants to show the stuff he already showed. So it's no mystery.
I think he should show his one sheet. I know it's in his frame, but he's probably got more signatures than most on his poster that are legit.
Yeah. So we're going to shoot for tonight to record this, but Joe is MIA, so I don't think we're doing it tonight. Maybe we can do it tomorrow night or whatever. And hopefully the next week or two we'll have it out, and it'll be like maybe every other week, maybe once or twice a month. It's not going to be a weekly thing because simply don't have the time.
Which means it'll be a cigar night. Yeah.
Yes, cigar night tonight. So yeah, so look forward to that. It's gonna be fun. Make sure you join us.
Stephen, you animal.
We're live every Sunday night with the podcast, every Tuesday night with the watch along, and then some other stuff, sort of other picture postcards. So, and this episode will be streaming on these platforms. If you want to just listen to us and not see our beautiful faces, go check it. It's all going to be there tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe, comment, all that happy horse shit. Go join the Facebook, the group for the podcast. That's on Facebook. If you're like to hang out in Facebook land, Joe's not here, but I'm gonna plug his channel. Go make sure you subscribe to his channel.
His cats are starving. Get home, Joe.
Him and MB, he's rushing home to feed the cats, and he's also got a Moody's My podcast group. Go check it out. And that is all the shameless shite that I have here. What's Bertie got there? Look at that.
Oh yes, you know how much I love this thing.
Oh yes, look at that.
I love showing it off. I'm sorry. Good old Carl. Carl's on there. Look at that guy. Oh.
Oh God, rest in peace, Carl. All right, so let's check the chat. Then we're gonna get the hell out of here. You can go check on the kids. I'm gonna go check on everybody upstairs, and then sneak outside for a cigar and some more drinks because I don't have to get up early. Yes, I feel like what do you call it? Jim Carrey. Yes, 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 yes. I don't have to get up early tomorrow.
Can you feel that?
Can you feel this? I don't have to get up tomorrow. Thank you.
Nobody has physical comedy like him, right? Just his. Yeah.
Oh God, he was just look at the way he remember his dance in Once Bitten. He was like, it was just like so freaking limber. That guy.
I like the or liar. Remember,
Bill? There's an option to just listen and don't have to see you guys. Why am I just finding out about this now? Hey, Bill, you're off. You want to come hang out with us tonight?
Bill? Yes, you should.
Want to come hang out with us? We're gonna hang out and
then
chat.
you could keep on giving me more shit about not seeing you last night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely got to do it. So he can keep breaking his balls. Let's see.
Don't worry, Pat and I are going to start breaking Joe's balls. Joe, just kidding.
Yeah, but that's it. So everybody, we'll get the hell out of here. We'll call this a night. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Comment, like, subscribe, all that shit. Thanks everybody in the chat hanging out. You and I, you hang out for a second, and we'll coordinate what we're going to do after this. And Bill,
We're getting closer to 2 hours now. This is awesome.
That's great. And Bill, if you want to hang out with us, just hit us over in our little group on IM. If you want to hang out with us, you're more than welcome to. And we'll see everybody on Tuesday night for surviving the game.
Good
So
night.
everybody, have a good night.